Oh my god! You destroyed the boy!
Oh my god.
Digger, do you
really
need to
sent
leave
him.
for
I
a
can't
minute?
take credit for that. I stole it from Winnie the Pooh.
So I started the recording mid-laugh. I feel the need to explain.
Oh, but I haven't interrupted in so long.
Yeah, I know. I feel the need to explain that what just pushed him over was the fucking phrase "kung flu," and let's move on from there.
Oh my god.
Okay. And welcome back to Nat19, Vestige of Ophiuchus, Campaign 1, Session 5. Heckin', let's figure out who's gonna be doing the sprackins. Who's gonna sprickety-sprack the sprackety-sprookin? It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be Vogan!
Oh,
Yeah!
What happened
Hey,
last time?
Right!
He can talk about his
And
total
Dueler
birthday.
just hit our donation goal as soon as we started streaming. which means at some point I'm gonna be, well, not at some point in the near future, I'm gonna be releasing the details for the Pact of the Idolos thing.
Hey, Dueler, do you like Pokemon by chance? Don't worry about it, I'm playing.
I might need to maybe open a DM's Guild account at some point.
Publish onto there. That makes sense. Heck, I mean, yeah.
Anyhow, what happened last time?
So, we finally left the knoll place. When we got out of the cave, there was
The
an
knoll
ambush
hole?
of some more gnolls, and some hyenas were waiting for us. And then in the middle of the fight, person named Lyra, same person who talked to Vogan and Fenris while they were in the pit, came to help us. And after said fight, and after speaking with her, we found out a bit more about Murkwire. Told her a bit about what we knew about Murkwire. And then after that, we decided to head back to Fort Deepwell, where we found out that Kavirium was missing due to him receiving a letter from us, only it wasn't from us. And then while that was happening, heckin', we were attacked by the guards, affected by the memory disease.
That's what I'll be calling it also.
That's what I have it listed in my notes. I can't remember what its name is.
Amnesis. It's like
Amnesia.
amnesia, but with an issus.
I hate it.
Okay, but memory disease. Big battle happened.
Amnesis.
Amniotic
Plaguer. I put an R. Amniotic plaguer.
Amniotic plaguer. You got it, Logan.
All right, this is what it is from now on. I can't wait to be making jokes about this when Jerky's fucking dying. All right.
That doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt, Spencer.
No, it doesn't.
Jesus!
And then big battle happened. Long fight. And
What are you talking about? It only took
then
2
we
rounds.
ended there. You're right. It did take 2 rounds.
Oh.
Logan. No.
Logan. All
The
right.
thing that's upsetting is he's
Okay.
technically correct. Just through it.
All
So you
right.
know.
So yeah, I think that was. I think that's pretty much it. I think we decided to go back to Summergrass.
You did. That was the. You guys.
Whatever.
You guys.
Son of a bitch.
And it was your birthday, and it was awesome.
We now have a
You
shared
butthole.
birthday, man.
It's true.
You
Oh,
can't
God.
throw that away.
Danced around the campfire, sang songs.
Against his will, he danced around the campfire.
An important thing to mention because revenge.
Also, important thing to mention before I turn off the stream, I only see Brett and Carrie's little circle.
I was saying. That's what I was saying. The Discord voice tracker's being weird.
The bread and carrot
true.
stream. Here we go.
Brett and Carrie.
Here we go. Aw, yeah, it's ladies' night.
Oh
Like-
shit, let it.
But like, just the two of us.
You're right.
Oh, yes,
give
a
me-
2-person campaign.
Can make it if
So
we try.
weird.
Just
That
the
sounds
2 of
dope.
us. Just the 2 of us.
You and
Just the 2 of
It's a
us.
Dungeons and Dragons Essentials kit.
Making castles in
Is that
the
what this is?
sky.
Oh, no,
Just
that's
the
a
2 of
Hold
us.
on. Hold 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 on.
Holding.
Hold
Holding.
Holding on.
Holding.
Hold on.
Hold on.
OBS.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold
Need me to
Everyone's having a great time.
Any way you want it, that's the way you
Channel.
need it.
And the way you want it.
Stewie, cut this
And I
out.
love it when people on Discord try to sing the same song.
Same, right?
Same.
I don't imagine what could your problem with it possibly be.
Yo, man, I've been in like
Oh,
Discord
jeez.
calls where, like 15 people are trying to do Bohemian Rhapsody. It is where it's at.
Oh,
I don't know
jeez,
what
that-
you're talking-
Sounds like actual hell.
I accidentally put their names up with it. I wonder if I should just leave it like that.
See, now, if you're like high key, like Discord skill, you have to start singing off rhythm and before everyone else to match up with at least one person.
No.
You guys,
no,
this means
I
that
can't.
everyone-
No.
This means people won't mistake me and Carrie for each
I
other.
did that in VR
That,
chat.
that is
Finally.
true.
Someone was singing and there's a similar delay there, and so I was like, I'll just sing early so I know that my voice will sync up with yours for you. It'll
Also,
sound
real-
terrible
so
for me.
Okay.
I was gonna say, real quick, fucking with the names up, it looks
Yeah.
like my name is acting as a censor bar.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really? When I'm coming
It's gone now. It just changed. But I'm gonna leave the names up for now. I might change that later, just because if we go to the other streams, that might look weird. But I'm gonna leave those up just so everyone has their names up. Boop.
Yay! Me and
Okie
Carrie.
dokie. So coming back into
We're
game,
doing it.
you
Do I get an
guys.
inspiration?
Oh, well, you did leave out the birthday thing, but sure.
Monster.
I only wrote the important bits in my notes, so
Fucking
How
bitch.
dare
Oh my
you.
god.
Man, I'm supposed to be the cold one here. Shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Ice cold.
All right.
All right,
Get outta
so
here.
you guys, last time at the very end, yeah, you'd found out the Kyverium had disappeared. Brooke had told you that a letter was delivered by the Amberwick Company to the lot of you. By the Amberwick Company to the lot to Kyverium, and without telling anybody what was in the letter, because he had expressed that it was apparently a secret and urgent, he took a horse and he rode off, and you guys had asked what direction he went in, to which the guards told you, like, well, he went towards, like, vaguely towards the
The
south,
south exit. yeah.
but that doesn't mean a lot when he rode off into the fucking sunset. So basically, he didn't go into the cat moss. That's all you basically know.
Well, did he go into the die cats?
Yeah, man. And so he took off. You guys fought against the amniotic guards. Jerky may or may not have gotten infected by amniosis.
Let's not worry about it.
You guys. So the only major lead that you guys currently have is that the letter was delivered by the Amberwick Company, which means that Edragon, though he probably wasn't directly involved with it, should at least have some record of it or some knowledge of the delivery.
To Summergrass!
Go.
Even though I really wanted to,
Summergrass.
even though I really wanted to go the other way.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Alrighty. Heckin'. So yeah, what do you guys took enough food? Basically, when you took food from the thing, by the way, don't mark it on your sheets. We'll say you guys have either a week of rations or enough to get back to Summergrass, whichever happens first. Heckin', it is currently a relatively nice day. It's a bit overcast, not quite rainy, but it's one of those sorts of days that feels like it could rain at any second. It is 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Friday the 27th.
You two are practically made for each other.
okay. So and they gave us horses.
Yes.
To get to
We're all
Summergrass
riding
faster.
horses.
Oh.
What are our horses' names?
Oh no.
Horse 1, horse 2.
My horse is named Horse.
Oh.
My horse is not good enough,
Wow.
Chester.
Oh, no.
My horse is named
I
Butch.
I don't feel like naming. I don't
Damn
feel
it.
like naming my horse.
Fuck you! Got him.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, you were. Took it.
I shall name mine Peanut.
Oh, it's so cute.
Pat, pat, pat. Can't wait
We're
for
naming our
Peanut
horses
to
then.
die.
I guess you're naming your horses.
I don't think we need to name them. We're going to be giving them back anyway, so I'm not going to name mine for no
Also-
other reason other than that.
If we
don't
name them, it'll hurt more if something happens to them. So, you know.
Oh no.
So,
Peanut.
heckin'.
Peanut.
My horse shall be Roach 1. Spencer shall be Roach 2. I'm kidding. And Dizzy shall be Roach 3.
Yay! I will love you forever, Roach 3.
I will name my children after you, Roach 3.
Bandersnatch.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
He just notices everybody else naming the horses like inside of his head. It's going to be weird if I don't name mine now. I should probably... No. I've already said I
There's
wasn't
your
going
horse
to.
names.
Oh, yeah.
Their names are Moriarty, Ravesh, Brazel, Stride, Molly, and Chalder. Fucking, I don't care
Gibbs
who
on
gets
Molly.
what.
Peanut.
Gibbs on Molly.
I
Peanut.
feel like Aristo needs Moriarty.
Yes.
That's totally fair.
I mean, I feel like I'm maybe being profiled here, but it's Moriarty.
That's good that you feel that way, because you are.
You most definitely are. But yeah, Toad's dibs on Molly.
All right, so you guys take horses.
Go ahead, Sherlock.
Peanut.
Fucking,
Fred's
Li-
just like, peanut.
Oh, before we go anywhere, do I have time to summon Billy?
sure.
Cool.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
Question.
Yeah.
Just for all of you. Are we doing anything about the cat?
He's coming with. He's fine.
Okay.
As
I mean,
far
I don't...
as we know.
Is there any reason for us to do anything about the cat?
I mean, there's a tiger following us, and it just might cause problems when we get to town.
What? What do you mean?
But he's been so nice and he's really sneaky. Right, Jerky?
True. But
If
he
you-
may cause people to panic.
No, I'll be fine.
We're not taking a tiger into the city.
Why?
Okay, but can
Because
he come...
that's a tiger in the city!
Okay, but can he come as far, like, with us as he can before we get to the city?
If he chooses to, I suppose.
Okay.
He should
but
be in the forest, where
That's
he
where,
belongs.
that's where he's gonna stay. He's just gonna come with us for like a little look while we go.
Yeah, I would have
He's
thought the same
decided-
thing, but he did choose to come back.
I gave him a choice, and he decided to come with us. We have to obey his wishes.
Looking at Vogan, just long sigh. We can't get him to leave us. I mean, technically. I don't feel like we have to traumatize the poor animal. Still, I agree with your sentiment. But I guess for now...
I love
Jerky
you,
stays.
Jerky!
There he goes. Alright.
Just calls out toward, like, fucking
Alright.
behind him.
Okay.
May I
Jerky.
ride Jerky instead of a horse? Fucking.
I don't think so.
You're certainly
that
free to
would
try
end
to
up
ride a
with
tiger if you want
character
to.
Great, let's go. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
If you guys try to approach Jerky or do anything, Jerky will, as before, if approached not on his own terms, he backs up from and seems timid of anybody
We would
coming
never
toward
do
him.
that. We would never do that.
That
We would
said,
let
I
him
do-
approach us.
I do need some definitive answer as to what you guys will do with Jerky before you leave, if you're going to do anything, or if you're just going to ride off and let Jerky do what Jerky does.
I
Should
would
we
say
just
just let him
go
do
and see
whatever.
if he follows us?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
This I feel
Fine.
like this calls for a secret.
But if he
vote.
follows us to the city, I'm going to kill that cat.
Lexi.
You
gets
will not.
I feel
sad.
like there are different ways to like dissuade.
The
an
city
animal.
guard will probably kill the cat.
They will not.
They will not. I agree with that. I
Then
will
you
not allow that.
will lead it back to the Catmoss Forest and leave it there.
I will not.
You want to deal with this tiger? That's your issue.
If he follows us, I'll take him back to the forest.
I'll go with you if that's what has to happen.
Yeah. I don't hurt Jerky.
And no one's
Fine.
going to hurt Jerky.
Okay.
Deal with it on your own. Not getting in trouble because a tiger followed us into the city.
I don't think any of us
Okay.
intend for that to happen, Bogan. Easy.
No one's going to lead him into the city. It'll be okay.
Although
Better
it's nice
not.
that you're concerned for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Do you
Turns
secretly
away.
really like
And
the
we
tiger?
ride into the sunset. Come on,
We
Peanut.
ready to go then?
Yep. I believe so.
All right. As you guys get on horses, the last detail I'll clarify will be that Lyra will probably get onto the same horse that Quintus is on, as long as Quintus doesn't have a problem with that.
I'm fine with that.
Alrighty.
We'll take stride.
Wife.
Because if they tell me that's the name of that horse, he'll be like, yes. I'll take that one.
We'll take it in stride.
I'll take it in stride.
Heckin'. Alrighty. As you guys go to leave then, as you get on the horses and take off, you do see that Jerky, who is hanging out outside the walls at Fort Deepwell, with everybody sort of keeping their distance, you notice a couple guards up on top of the walls are looking down at Jerky. Not aiming weapons, but evidently a bit confused about what to do about the very large tiger that is seemingly harmlessly stalking around the outside of the fort. Jerky takes a few steps towards you guys as you ride off, as if he's gonna start coming after you. Then stops. The last thing you see is him just shake his head like he's trying to get something off the top of his head, and then lays down on the ground.
See, he can hang out in Fort Deepwell.
I hate it. I'm so upset right now.
See, guys, he can hang out in Fort Deepwell, and everything will be fine.
Sure,
Yeah.
He seems comfortable here.
Hmm.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna...
It's taking everything I fucking have not to metagame.
No!
He's gonna eat this fort.
I
He's
mean,
gonna eat everyone.
you were forced to scrub your armor. If you're talking about whether or not he could have it.
I don't want to just like, because I was... I feel
We're
like...
all pretty on the level. That cat savaged a dude with it. So if a tiger can get it, he's probably got it.
Hmm. If people aren't considering that metagaming, I could potentially bring it up. Because I was sitting here like going like,
You would know about amnesis. You had someone yell at you, don't let them get their blood on you. You have all
Then
these...
Fenris, Fenris forcing you to wash your hands very vigorously.
I feel like
after
you
So as we were packing everything up, then if that's the case, and Fenris being the one who like mentioned to me to like wash myself off and made sure that I got all my armor clean and stuff, I'm just gonna Fenris. Just kind of like looking back over toward him. I have a inquiry.
Ask away.
Can animals be affected by amnesis?
I wish you didn't ask me that. I believe so, if I recall properly.
He looks over toward Jerky. Jerky attacked one of those people before.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Do you think there's anything we can do to see if he's all right, or anything?
I could take a look, but Jerky doesn't really seem to be the type to allow people close. And even then, I can't discern symptoms so early on.
What do you think you could do, even if you couldn't discern it immediately? Is there anything in your repertoire? I don't know a lot about how your abilities work.
I can pray? I mean, unfortunately, when a disease has no cure, that's all we can do.
Can you give him any sort of help, any sort of potential aid to, I don't know, make his pain feel better or restore him in any such way?
Just
playing.
you
I'm
see
playing.
her head kind of just tilts, and you see this kind of very solemn look on her face, and she's like, I wish I could tell you I have something, but studies haven't gone that far. I mean, even one of the best people in the field hasn't made much headway.
Would it be too much to ask to just do anything at all, even if you don't think it will work?
Do you have any ideas? Yeah.
Yes, Logan.
I'm just making sure that this is roleplay and not you just not being aware that you can cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh, that's a good point. You know that might have been a Brent thing.
You would have to spend you would have to spend a couple minutes praying to change it out. But you have.
I don't think anyone's gonna be like, no, we have to leave now, except for
Fucking stay and save jerky, goddammit!
Want to save our jerky friend?
Well, I suppose I could certainly pray.
I'll see if I
Sometimes that has
can't.
restorative properties. Sorry.
I'll see if I can't maybe calm him down a bit and see if we can approach him.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
One moment, as he just kind of like gives the reins off to Lyra.
She takes him. She's now in command of this horse. This is her horse now.
If she demands to be the one riding the horse, I will take the back.
Oh, I love it!
Quintus is a man after my own heart.
I love him.
I'm going to attempt to approach Jerky to try to get him to be calm for if Fenris comes over.
All right, go ahead and roll me animal handling. Also, how
So
are you...
you know what I said the first roll I'm doing, I'm putting inspiration in, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm doing that. I already ticked it off. I would like to just kind of approach, and I'd also like to maybe we did get like a decent bit of food. I'd like to bring at least one of my rations of dried meat over as I do.
You gonna feed jerky?
I'm gonna feed Jerky my jerky.
Alrighty. You approach Jerky with it. He has recognized before that you guys have given him food, and it has been something he's appreciated, so he responds seemingly positively. He eyes it, at least, when you're coming towards him. But please roll me an animal handling check with advantage, because you're using inspiration.
Okie dokie, let's do this and not fuck it up!
I believe.
That was unnatural.
I know, but
Whatever.
still.
Well, it was technically, no, because it was right natural with advantage, but still. As you approach Jerky, I'm going to have him roll against fear.
Oh, baby, nothing to be scared of.
And I'm also going to heckin' hit next track, because go away. Boop. Oh, he almost was scared of it. All right.
Oh no.
He, as you approach him, he seems cautious of you at first. You have to go outside of the walls of Fort Deepwell, and you have to... He backs up from you enough that he ends up, like, in some trees nearby. Like, he actively avoids you at first, like, walking away, trying to get out of your sight. But then when it becomes clear that you're not going to leave him alone, he eventually turns around, lays down with his paws out in front of him, keeping his eye on you, gets very low to the ground, allows you to approach him, and when you put the jerky in front of him, the rations in front of him, he doesn't react negatively, but he does... As he lets you get close, you see his eyes soften, and he seems to take on a very submissive tone. His body language becomes very submissive. It seems like he went from being terrified of you to effectively giving up on living should you so choose to kill him. Like he expects that he's just going to have to... He expects that he's just going to have to take whatever
This is why we care about this boy.
You get the sense that he's just expecting to take whatever punishment you have in mind for him.
I will hold the jerky out to him, and I will kneel next to him, and I will just kind of be there, because again, I'm trying to be there to kind of soften up everything for whenever Fenris makes her way over. So I'll just kind of like be there and just kind of attempt to give him scritches while there is meat there. I will take off my gauntlet to do so as well.
If everything seems like it's cool, Fenris will approach Jerky And the whole time she's approaching him, her body language is extremely submissive. Like, she's not looking at him. She's... Listen, she's trying her best not to freak this cat out.
You also roll me animal handling. Roll it with advantage because he's already softened up Jerky.
Yay! I was gonna be like, and I use an inspiration.
By the way, in order to get lesser restoration, you will had to have unprepared one of your other spells and then spent a couple minutes praying to get it. What do you want to give up to get it?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give up aid for
Okay.
today. To take a lesser restoration for more than lesser boy.
Okay, so you pray to your god. You take a couple minutes to try to change it. If you were trying to change more spells, it would take you more time. Just so you know, in future, if you want to change up your prepared spells, you can do it outside short rests. Outside rests in general, it takes 1 minute per level of the spells that you're trying to prepare.
Okay,
Is that a
word.
time cleric thing?
No, that's just a cleric thing.
I need to write
I
that
thought they only
down.
prepared
That's
spells
awesome.
after long rests.
And then they can take time to change them.
Oh, can they? Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
Cleric's a
I
badass.
didn't know that. That's wicked.
Brett, don't fuck it up.
Hold on.
I'm not
You got this,
trying to.
You can prepare a new list. Oh wait, no, you're right. That's at the end of a long rest. Long rest.
So she doesn't have lesser restoration.
No,
then?
you don't. Oh, for some reason, I thought that was something you could take
It
time.
indicates the time, but I think that's time
Yeah.
spent praying during the rest.
That's what I was remembering. Damn.
I know. I remember like a wizard ability that you can prepare spells on short rests.
Yeah.
Logan, are you gonna make us waste these great rolls?
I did roll a 20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whatever. It's a. I feel like this is a.
This is
No,
up to
you do
Logan.
You do your DM thing.
If he
Never
says yay, I'm fine with that. If he
If
says
you
nay,
want-
I'm also fine with
We'll
that.
abide by that in the future, but we've gotten this far with this, so we'll say that you managed to
Thank
change it
you,
out.
Logan.
I think we ended the last session with a long rest anyway, shouldn't we?
Yeah, so.
Because I know I'm at full capacity right now.
Yeah, that's
love
my
you,
bad.
Logan.
Because I was.
Love you so much,
heckin-
Logan.
Damn my memory.
If I had taken a long rest, I probably would have taken it in case anyone had gotten blood on them. Because I'm already, like, still...
Because even if it isn't like something she knows will work, it's something she can still do to like
yeah, to at least,
potentially
like,
do something.
So,
disinfect
anyways,
them.
so we arrive at you
Yeah.
have. We'll run that properly in the future. The thing is, too, I quickly checked that again because I figured that you might end up doing that, and I saw the text of you can prepare them taking that much time, and I totally didn't look at what paragraph it was part of. That's on me. I thought I was doing my due diligence, but I had failed.
You're a fool.
I resign.
No!
All right, so I'm DMing now. Jerky's fine
Okay.
forever, actually.
Everything's gone to shit without me. So you're gonna try to cast Lesser Restoration.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I don't usually have an audience for this, so I'll try to make this quick. Oh.
Okay. So expend a second level spell slot as you
Yes, sir.
as you come over to Jerky. You
One of my two.
try to. So you're trying to cure one disease on him, effectively, right?
Yeah. In
Okay.
my mind, Fenris is just like, hey, remember when we all first met? And just talking about, like, all the memories she has with Jerky while casting. That's how she fucking prays, leave me alone. That's my headcanon.
That's
Remember
You
the
can tell me if
past
that's
week
not
where you've been
correct.
stalking us from the trees?
So
She's been
I would like you to
wild.
roll me your spellcasting ability modifier, which for you would be Wisdom.
Wisdom, wisdom, where can I get some?
Whenever you go to try to cure this, you know there's some resistance to this. Amnesis is it is a magical disease effectively, but it operates in a way that you're not terribly used to. It doesn't seem to function as a disease entirely as much as it's like a very low-key biologically transmitted curse. So you can cure it, but there's no guarantee it will work. I'd like you to roll that roll, but I'd like you to roll it into the dice tower.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, there it goes.
You use Lesser Restoration, you reach out, you make contact with Jerky, you call upon your god to grant you healing energy, which you flood Jerky with, and you try to apply all your knowledge of Amnesis to try to specifically counteract its effects. As you do, you have no way of being certain that it worked or didn't work, unfortunately. Because there's no immediate outward signs of amnesis for you to check if they have subsided.
We're just here to try.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather try.
We don't
than
even know
not
if he
do
has it.
anything.
Yeah?
It's true.
Like the entire time, just kind of like scritching at Jerky, and then like whenever he sees her get up, whenever he sees her get up, he'll get up as well.
I can't make any promises, but I tried.
I just didn't want to leave anyone else behind. But just looks at Jerky. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too terribly upset about the Lesser Restoration thing anyways, because you guys are about to spend several days traveling, so your list is going to change.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, hey, look, here's my new spells.
Yeah.
They're different.
No, you can't have your role play. The rules won't allow it.
No!
As he's walking away, he's just gonna pick up his gauntlet again. He's just gonna take his hand that he was scritching Jerky with, and just kind of like put it on Fenris's shoulder and give like a bit of smile, like.
All right, and then we fast forward back to the future, where you guys are leaving again, and the same thing happens, where Jerky watches you guys go and lays down outside the fort.
Good.
We did it. We did that minor flashback, and then got back to where we were.
They looked at each other on the horses, and then they had their flashback, and they looked away.
That's amazing.
Cute Fenris looking at the ground like, how many leaves are on the ground?
Dokily dokily. Where is my map?
I don't want to look at anyone right now, thanks.
Well, that's fine. Okay.
I'm good. I wasn't saying that out loud. That's what my expression is telling you. I am an easy to read book.
You're a book.
Yeah.
Fails insight check.
Alrighty. So, normally it would take you guys 1, 2, 3, 4 days to get all the way back. It's only going to take you the 2. I'm going to cut it in half because you got your horses. You will still have to... or it could take 1 day if you guys just decide to ride through the night entirely, but if you do that, you'll take a level of exhaustion and such. Is there anything in particular you guys want to do while you're traveling? Do you want to try to travel stealthily? Do you want to try to rush with the horses? Do you want to go through the night? Do you want to stop and try to forage for food at any point? Anything particular about this trip that you'd like to inform me?
I think it's just a normal ride to Summergrass. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Unless people really want to get there within 1 day, I think we'd take like the 2 days.
Yeah. That's someday when we're resting.
Because it's really just like it is an urgent thing, but it's also like we don't know what to expect when we get there.
Yeah.
We also have to give away. We also have to give away these horses when we get there, so it's like we don't 100% guarantee we have any other ride. So taking a level of exhaustion probably wouldn't be good.
The only major thing to remember is that you guys don't currently... I don't believe you guys know how long Kyverium's been gone. Just as the DM, I will throw it at you that if there's anything to be sensitive to, it's that whatever's going on with him is actively happening. And there may be a timetable involved, but I digress. Additionally, all events outside the party might just be frozen in time until you get there. Who knows? It might be D&D. All right.
I'd say we'd probably have the 2 days then.
Okay, so you guys are traveling at a normal pace for 2 days. As you travel, I'm going to go ahead and do a thing. You guys reach the... You make the first day of traveling normally. Nothing relatively out of the ordinary happens. You travel through the farmlands and wide open plains that constitute most of Mott. You pass by a couple little tiny hamlets of like 2 or 3 houses that don't quite constitute villages, but they're clearly just like farm homes and whatnot. You eventually come to an area that is somewhat of a cliff face on the second morning. I'm going to long rest you all, just FYI, because you guys would have gotten at least 1 night of rest in. Boop, long rest.
Arise with the sun!
This is to those who prepare spells when they rest, i.e. Fenris, if you'd like to change out any of your spells, now is the time.
Yeah.
Beyond.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Shoot.
assuming I didn't see any foxes on our journey.
If you guys are rushing, then, like, if you're riding horses at horse pace, then I would assume that you wouldn't be taking any time to really stop and look for them. Why don't you roll me just, if you're looking for them actively while you're riding, though, why don't you roll me a perception check? Just a general one for the trip.
Cool.
Are you okay, Spence?
Oh, I'm tired.
I get that.
I had to, like, before game, I had to, like, wash my face with cold water. So
why are you so
I
tired, my
know
boy?
I don't know.
Maybe because we kept him up watching The Good Place. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we didn't
I
see
need
it.
to
Could be
watch
part of it.
that.
I don't know.
It's all right. Just fucking make sure you stay hydrated and
I am.
keep
yeah.
engaged. That's all I can offer. I know a lot about playing D&D tired and sick.
Don't fall
Believe me.
asleep. You could die.
Oh, so at around like 10 a.m. second day. By the way, you do not see any foxes as you travel.
I figured. I'm just
I have-
always looking.
I have prepped my spells. They are only slightly different, but
Cool.
still.
You made sure you had the right amount. Remember that your oath spells, your time domain spells are always. Oh wait, no, they're not always for you. You can choose them for you.
Yeah.
For clerics, they're just always there. It's
Yeah, they're always
warlocks that
Are
can
they?
choose them.
I thought that was
Yeah.
with paladins.
Nope. Clerics and paladins.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like with the Valios, you had fireball and stuff just prepared constantly.
See, I don't know how to play divine classes. Is what this overall is.
That's basically what I'm getting from all this
It's what-
conversation.
this game is basically teaching me that I don't know how divine spellcasters work. Once.
I've never played a cleric, and I know.
1 second. I'm gonna just
Good job,
ignore
buddy.
ignore me for a moment. I need to
No.
just real quick. Heckin' 1 sec. I'm not
Yeah.
verifying anything. Don't worry about it.
No, because I remember I got it wrong because I had Ashley's pact spells always prepared, and then I realized partway through that those are just ones that count as
Well,
warlock
you
spells
have them
that you can
always
take.
prepared.
But with clerics, you just have them all the time, and they don't count.
Because I
against
think we
everything.
had them like that before. That's why I wanted to bring it up. But time domain. So boop.
They're always prepared, and they don't count towards your number of prepared spells.
Yep.
So.
So you still, you've only got bread. You've got 1, 2, 3 spells prepared. You can prepare 2 more.
Wicked. Okay.
So you
Rough
handle that. You guys come to a cliff face. I'd like everybody to roll me perception because I assume that you're all being pretty vigilant during this trip. You guys come to a cliff face where you just have to lead the horses around, and all right. I'm just gonna see how these go before I get too deep into. Oh my God, party! Come on, guys.
Listen, there's a new pretty lady.
It's true. There is.
Oh my god!
It is true. I mean,
Yeah, does Billy get a roll?
Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
No, because.
Am I doing a new one, or am I just counting the one from before?
That was your fox one,
Yeah,
wasn't
that
it?
was your fox one. That was the
Let's do it
general
in
looking
one.
for animals one. Please do another one.
Yeah.
At
It's
least
the
Fenris is
exact
doing her job.
same.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
Fenris is like, wow, y'all are distracted.
I'm gonna.
Also, why wouldn't
Yeah.
Billy get a roll?
Because.
yeah.
In
just
general.
I feel like
Because when I had described the general what you guys were doing when you're traveling, you didn't say anything about him keeping watch. Is effectively the reason.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to assume you guys are doing the most optimal things at all times unless you tell me you are. And heckin', I'm gonna give Lyra one. This is a group check, so come on, Lyra, you can do it.
I love how
Heckin'.
you're trying to help.
I'm trying to help. Oh well, that didn't help at all. That was
We're a lost cause. We're a lost
Cool.
cause.
neat. What the heck is that?
Glass jaw, round 2.
Fuck.
I
Like
like how the
every
person-
other game.
I like how the person who can't be surprised is probably not going to be surprised by that.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. All right. I'm gonna throw everybody here onto. Now you all got horses, which is an unusual situation for your party order, but I'm going to assume that you're effectively in the same order you'd normally be in, except on horses. So.
No.
Year one. Where'd you go? Why on your thing are only... I just checked the marching formation thing that we'd set up before, and only Vogan and Fenris are on it now.
Well,
yeah, the
we
rest of
gotta-
us got tired of marching.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I
so,
guess we've been abandoned.
It's true. In that case, I'm going to be nice to you guys. You guys have a map. There's a fight coming.
What?
Ridiculous.
You guys are
Why?
heading up this path. You could stay on your horses if you want to. Again, I'm just gonna make the horses into friendly units real quick so that you guys can move them if you need to. If they are riding horses, though, they are really no good for combat.
Mm-hmm.
Heckin' boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. I'm just gonna go boom.
We'd probably be like walk. I don't know. You'd think we'd probably be like walking the horses up if it's like a big windy path.
Probably, is what I thought. I'd like you guys can arrange yourself anywhere on that middle path, and then I'll let you know what happens.
Which way are we going?
Up. So to
That way?
north.
Come here, Stride.
Oh, to north. Okay.
Yeah. You guys are going up towards the upper area.
I'm just leading Stride.
While you guys are arranging yourselves. Yep, the horses
No, we're
could be
going north. Quintus.
Yeah, you have to go.
Are you in front?
He's up front, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was north.
That is.
Oh, I
that
thought
is
this
north.
was north.
Up there is north.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going that way.
No.
Nah.
I mean, that's also a north.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a north, so.
I understand.
Ridiculous.
I understand your confusion, but yeah, to clarify, you guys would be heading up that way. As you guys are heading up there, you hear the loud screeching of what sound like two heckin'. It's a very raspy
Molly.
bird-like caw.
I know, I can't find anywhere to put Molly.
If
Do
you,
that.
if you have to put the horses in behind the group, then put the horses in behind the group.
It's fine, go on. I'm sorry.
Maybe we can just assume that we have like 50 feet of movement while we're on horseback.
Boop-a-doo-boo.
I'll stop.
Just put the horses.
Also
on
not-
the-
I'm
Everybody in the
walking
party
now.
is going to be surprised except for Fenris.
Did Stride get a roll?
Your horses are not going to care now.
How dare you?
I see
Also,
rabbits,
they act on
but
our
it
initiative.
should be
Yeah,
keen
you're
up.
riding them, so they're on your initiative, but they are trained mounts, so they are effectively just movement boosters if you're on them. Alrighty, so...
All right,
as-
so are we on them or are we walking them?
I'm walking mine.
Okay.
I'm walking mine
on,
as
mine.
well.
Then I will walk.
Okay, so Vogan, you are on yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put heckin' riding. Who else is on their horse?
Does that affect spell casting or anything?
No.
Yeah.
Alright.
Aristo's pretty frail. He'd be riding it.
So I'll put Vogan off to the side here, and we'll just have you occupy the space your horse is occupying. Aristo, same with you. Yours
Well, that's
is...
Lexi's horse.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
Molly
the hell,
is?
Molly? I called dibs on
Well,
Molly.
where's your
Don't-
goddamn horse,
I'm
Vogan?
guessing he has Chalder, we'll say.
You didn't...
I didn't call a horse. So.
He has Chalder.
I need to know what horse you're on in order for you.
Sure, I'll have shoulder.
All right.
Perfect. There we go.
All right.
Perfect. Look at all that.
And then Aristo
Beautiful.
is on Moriarty. There, we did it. We solved the where are you on your horses puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't a fan of that puzzle, Logan.
Okay. Chalder. Move that up to you. Aristo, you're on Moriarty. It goes to you. The rest of you will fucking move around as we go. You guys hear this screeching coming from up the cliff face. And you see the shadows of two relatively large, almost man-sized creatures with a wingspan that makes them quite large. Briefly would have blocked out the sun, given that the sun would be off behind them, swooping down towards you. And we're just going to go through the order of boom, heckin', beh.
The fuck is that?
The
Oh, I know
fuck
that.
is it?
I know what that is.
Fuck you, what is it?
And
It's a thing.
Initiative.
Helpful.
It's
What
a Periton.
I'm not here to help you.
Yeah, it's true.
Useless ass Spencer. How expected?
Swooping down, Vogan, you are no longer surprised. You have got your first round in before that. One of them swoops down and lets out a caw, and it is going to attack the nearest person, which is going to
Why do
be.
I roll so well on initiatives?
It's gonna go after Lyra. This thing swoops down.
Oh.
It's gonna go gore attack on Lyra as you hear her let out a yell. As it swoops by and misses, it's going to keep on moving. It'll have taken 20.
Wife!
30.
Okay.
Miriam!
No.
Wasn't
Man!
she with,
Other wife!
Sorry.
wasn't she with Quintus?
Oh, yes, right. Quintus.
Yeah,
and
they're on the
Quintus,
horse, yeah.
Quintus is on up there.
Yeah, we're with
Aren't you-
Stride.
You're
That-
walking your horse, right?
That changes very little. We'll have her off the horses. She decided to walk up this part.
Yeah, she was just walking.
Cool.
Attacks them. Swoops by. Is going to go for an attack on Miriam. Comes in. Tries to rake you with its claws. Goes for an attack on you. That one hits, I'm afraid, Miriam.
No! Oh!
This large creature rakes you with its claws. As it hits you, you guys get a good view of it. You guys see that you're being attacked by this boy.
Oh, they're beautiful. Oh,
Until
I
they
like
attack.
their mane.
love everything about
Comes by, starts ripping into you, trying to tear at you. For a second, you feel like it's trying to lift you off the ground, Miriam, but it doesn't manage to. It doesn't manage to take you away. After it does, it lets out another screech at you, shocking you, and then immediately flies another 20 feet up, 25 feet up. So it is currently above you guys. And then, we go to Heckin Quintus. You are surprised. All right.
Yeah.
Fenris, you're the only person not surprised.
Get him!
Where? Okay.
Use your powers of death and kill it.
It's true.
Okay.
Use those things.
Let's see. How far are you from me? Let's check. How mean do I want to be to this creature?
Very.
How
Kill
you
it.
feeling? What kind of
Well, I'm
mood
gonna-
you in?
I'm gonna cast Withering Sight on the pteraton. We'll see how this goes.
Ooh.
I haven't gotten to use this yet.
Ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. Withered sight. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Make that con save, boy.
It has
Don't do
succeeded.
that.
Well.
Alrighty, so you
Next time, tell him not to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to use that on it. You try to impose an effect that would cause it to age unnaturally fast and wither away. As it does, as you are casting that on it, it shakes its head, lets out another screech, reaching a pitch that distracts you long enough that your magic doesn't take hold of it.
And
that
that's
is-
me.
That's your turn. You're
Yeah,
on.
that sounds.
You're on Ravesh. You're on Stride, and you are.
A
on-
Ravesh?
I'm not
You
on
mean a
Stride.
peanut?
I see.
I'm not budging from this.
All right, you are on Peanut.
Yeah!
Congrats.
Bullshit! How come I can't have roach?
She can. I can't tell her what to call her horse in game. I can tell her what her horse's
Bullshit.
name is, but not what to call her
Actual
horse.
horse shit is what this is.
The good thing is that I never listen.
Horse shit.
As you guys are
I'm
doing that, you
sorry.
hear another one swooping in, and you see a second large shadow come down from the other side, flanking you guys. It's gonna go.
Ah, no!
Russian's gonna make an attack against both Fenris and against Quintus. It's gonna
On
try.
the Fenris one, he will have disadvantage
Oh.
as I smack him with my shield.
Alrighty, so he's gonna
A
have.
sweet boy.
Caring boy.
A caring boy. A good
Goes for the
boy.
attack as you bring your shield out. You manage to bop him. And Quintus, are you on the horse?
No.
Okay,
He was
so you're-
walking.
you-
yes,
you-
yes.
Yeah, we're
Gotcha.
we're walking.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You bash it with your shield as it's coming by. As you do this, lets out a caw, turns towards you, and takes a swipe at you with its talons. And it misses you. And as soon as it finishes doing that, it is going up.
Can I attack it?
Nope.
You use your reaction to impose distress.
Right, that's right.
Even if
you're
you
right.
didn't, flyby.
Ah, shit.
Heckin', they fly back up into the air. They begin circling around the lot of you guys. Surprised, 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 and Vogan.
Yeah, alrighty.
So I'm on top of the horse there. How far away from you are? Hold on.
Move the horse onto a.
Just to get a
there we
more
go.
accurate thing. I'd be 29 feet away from it. Okay. Get you out of here. All right. Wind chain. Bang.
Alrighty, go ahead. You focus up. You feel the wind moving around you. Close your eyes for a second and concentrate. Take out your sword and you go for a slash.
And bam.
But you have maximum, so it's wasted.
I know.
But you hit. He slashes his sword. This is last time some of you may have been distracted by the guards, but this time you actively see Vogan swing his large cleaver-like blade up towards it, and a large wound appears on the pteraton in the sky. Pteraton in the sky as if he had slashed it from right where he was. So go ahead and roll your damage.
I also want to use Scorpion Mark.
Jesus.
And that'll be tapped out for my
And
chakra.
then that's you.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
then you've used up all your focus.
It's a good time.
All right.
All right. All right, and bang! Oh, that should have added a D8 from slashing.
One second while I check the. You looks like you clicked it, but you didn't.
Oh, was it
you
not
gave
set
it
to self?
to the pteraton. You gave it to the pteraton.
It's not set to self. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You have an ability that helps the opponent? What the hell,
You
man?
sick
Here,
fuck!
I'll deal with that for you. Go ahead and just roll me 1d8 and I'll throw it on it.
Wait. 2.
2.
Take that.
You do that as you do that. You normally you'd have to hit directly for this to work, but Wind Chain makes that not the case. You Scorpion Mark, you focus in on it. You take a quick look over at it and gain a supernatural awareness of its movements. You feel effectively like you've targeted weak points on its body, which you slash at, and you do hit. You also find this is your first time really applying this technique. You get a sense of where it is. Like for a second, you close your eyes, you can still feel where it is in space around you.
Oh, that's so cool.
Also for Wind Chain, if I make a second attack, do I have to expend another chakra point
No,
to
so
keep
yeah.
that Wind Chain, or
We-
is it
so-
applying to all my attacks now?
Are you just
Or
addressing the
for
change?
this specific weapon?
You're just addressing the change we made.
Yeah.
So we changed before it was per attack. I decided to make it when you use it, it affects all attacks with that weapon per turn. Otherwise, it just becomes a resource sink that I didn't think was particularly fitting. So if you were to action surge and attack again, then your next attack would also Wind Chain as long as it was with that weapon.
That was my plan.
All right.
Oh, I see.
Action surge. How about you die?
Vogan
Or
just
don't.
Oh.
Wait, can I put an inspiration to do it?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Yay! I'll just roll it again.
Yeah. Vogan just Nova.
One.
Oh!
oh my god!
Saving face! Does a plus 5. Does a 12 hit it?
No.
Damn it!
Oh,
You
Vogan.
just Nova rounded the fuck out of that.
Ah!
You go for the second attack, again, and you take your swing at it, and it flaps its wing for just a second, and the sun behind it gets in your eyes, and the slash goes wide. You guys see a distortion in the air beside it as he strikes at it, but it doesn't hit.
Damn it!
That's an upsetting amount of things to not hit.
I love how he knows where it is, because you just got done saying like you can feel where it is. He just like feels it, gets a smile. I gotcha. Turns around, opens eyes, gets an eye full of sun. Ah!
I got you! Ah, fuck!
All right.
That's so sad.
I assume that's your turn.
I wasn't done.
Oh, you're not done? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna move. All right, and my boy here is gonna. He's gonna heckin' get over here.
Ah!
Alrighty. I'm gonna go around the other horse. You have to you didn't move your maximum speed anyway, so it doesn't matter, but you would have taken difficult movement moving through that space. Cool.
And that is my turn.
All right, this one's going to go. It is going to swoop down again.
No round to waste it.
It's going to dive down 30 feet and try to hit Miriam. And it is going to go for a gore attack. Miriam, here it comes! And it misses!
Good.
It is going to use the momentum from that to swoop by you, come in with its talons at Lexi. Lexi, it goes to try to attack on you, and that hits.
Your
It's
feathers
going
undone.
Allowed.
What?
Your feathers are undone.
Oh.
I can,
Got him.
Cutting words. All right. Go ahead and roll your d6.
-2.
Lexi, what's your AC?
15.
It still hits, I'm afraid.
Ah,
Brick.
Makes sense. Feathers can't come undone.
It swoops
You should have
around.
told him he dropped his pocket.
It comes to attack you, tries to gore you, swoops around you a couple times, flies towards Lexi, goes to hit. As it does, it uses the momentum of the dive to add some damage onto it. It's going to strike you, both slamming into you and raking you with its talons, Lexi. You
Oh my god!
No.
The fuck?
Lexi is down!
Hell no.
It strikes
hell
you, you
no.
fall from the horse, or you weren't on the horse. You fall and you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, dude!
It then picks you up and carries you off.
It almost max damaged that. That's crazy. Oh, dude, that's crazy.
That's
Fucking, this isn't very fun.
Fucking, it's just an epic fight. It just hits Lexi, grabs Lexi, just flies away nonchalantly
Yes,
with
I'm
Lexi. Just,
No.
but it doesn't. Quintus! You hear a yell come back from Lexi as she's knocked unconscious by this thing's attack. Oh, I should mention it also flew back up 30 feet.
Fucking, I'm just imagining if that thing carried her away and fucking everyone's like, no! Except Aristo and Vogan, and they're just like, shame. Like, fucking-
He sees that. He sees that. He sees that Vogan has made his way up here. He looks over toward Fimris and he's just like, "Yeah, you guys have this."
He's like, I will throw you. Leave. Go help.
That's a fair bit of movement you just made through creatures.
Listen, they're not on their right spaces. What are you talking about?
It's true.
So
They're
let's
also friendly.
lock tokens. Why don't you show
Yeah.
me the path you're taking?
All right, let's see if I can fucking do this.
You know what? I have faith in you. You can do it.
I don't know if
now,
I can.
I will say, if
me.
you want to direct your horse to, like, move out of the way, I'll grant that. But you can't tell anyone else's horses what to do in this case.
Can he go from
I will.
here
I
to
mean, I can
there
direct my horse
without-
to go. You said I can direct my horse to get out of the way.
Yeah.
I should have I should have enough then. 5.
You could, like, get him to be like, brr.
Yeah, I can go like 5, 10, and 15, 20, and like 25.
All right. I can...
Well, damn.
Darting in and out of the various horses and whatnot.
I have 5 more feet of movement. Can I try to get like directly under it?
Yeah, totally.
Yay!
I'll just put you guys
Because
like
that's
so.
the only way I can reach it with my javelin.
Just throw it straight up.
Yep.
So you throw it straight up, it misses. Everyone's like, "Oh God, look out!" It comes down like a long dart. All right.
Fucking
It hits Lexi. I was gonna say, just
Look
like,
at-
ah.
All right.
Very
ahead and-
Beavis and Butthead.
Go ahead and roll your javelin. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Did I miss it by 2 or 1?
Hiya!
Yeah, you were 1 under its AC.
Ah!
I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
When you throw it, it does hit it. Did you just... yeah, so as you deal damage to it, as you throw it up at it, it doesn't cut into it as deeply as you would have expected it to for how it hits it. There seems to be some sort of thicker, almost armor-like quality to its feathers. You do damage. You just would have expected that to go straight through.
can I?
Did it resist my damage earlier?
Your damage earlier. Yours was a bit harder to gauge because it had been made with the wind chain, but it did not resist the scorpion mark damage. It did resist your regular damage.
I'm gonna go for an action surge.
All right, those have
Damn.
historically worked against these.
Yet
Let's
some
go.
more javelins.
Yet more javelin! Help! Oh,
That's a miss.
yeah, that's fine.
You throw the javelin up. Unfortunately, that one you're a bit caught up in the first one having not performed like you thought it would. You throw the second one, it gets just up to it. Then the pteraton just moves to the side slightly. The javelin goes up, goes limp in
watch
the air,
out, kitty!
and falls back down.
Oh fuck.
Alrighty, and is that your turn?
I don't have anything left.
All right, Fenris, you're up again.
So let's try this again. Because I don't like these things very much.
Now-
I'm going to cast...
Real quick. Yes, okay. I see why you're doing this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to do Withered Sight again. I was just looking at it to be like, I know that gives disadvantage on perception checks. I hope it does more than that. Otherwise, I might advise against doing that.
But it's cool, Logan.
Oh, no,
I wanna
totally.
do my- I'm kidding.
But it does give disadvantage on attack rolls, which is why I was like, that's why you're doing it.
But I want to do it a hurt. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Lexi's down.
Yeah, fucking help me.
Hold on.
Jesus!
If you have healing
Oh,
word,
no, it
you
rolled
can-
anyway. Shit. Sorry. I didn't mean to
I'm
do
on
that.
fire!
If you have healing word, you can bonus action do that and then Sacred Flame the thing.
It's a
There you
cantrip.
go.
I don't
Yeah.
have. I
That's
don't
also-
have healing word.
That rule is something I
have-
wanted to discuss with you guys after you guys got a couple more levels, because I kind of want to go
But I
with
wanted
the
to-
Mercer variant of that rule.
If I can pass
Clichy.
through
the
this
Vox Machina
gate,
version.
What's
I
the
wanted
Mercer?
to
What's the
come
Mercer?
over here.
How does that go?
Just that you can cast like up to second or third level spells and a bonus one, as opposed to just only cantrips.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They don't use that in campaign 2. That's a campaign 1 exclusive.
I did
Yeah,
not
it's
mean
cool.
to cast that Sacred Flame.
Sorry, what was your question? You
She
didn't.
didn't mean to
I-
cast a sacred.
Okay,
Yeah.
sacred flame.
so just to be clear,
I,
then
like-
you're not casting Sacred Flame then.
No, I'm heading back and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Lexi, or am I? Yes, I think I am.
If she goes around the horse, she can get to where she's wanting.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Okay,
that is
I'll
the-
allow it. I'm a bit
Help.
cautious because you did hit roll, and part of me wants you to commit to that roll, but
If you want
it
me
was
to
an
commit to that,
accident.
I understand.
I will.
Yeah, she said
I
it
will
was an
let.
accident.
I will let you do this. Just I may not say so if you jump the gun again in the future.
Absolutely, I understand.
Okay, you're there, so you're going there. Okay, just because it's
Sorry,
because I don't know if your opinion would have been different if the result had been favorable. So
Well,
No,
whenever
I
she had rolled it, she was like, "Oh right, what am I doing? I should go
Yeah.
help her." And then the roll happened. She's like, "I didn't mean to."
Shit, I did the same thing.
yes,
It's-
but
the
as a DM, it's
problem
hard for me
is-
to tell
I
if,
get
if
that.
it had succeeded. She would have been like, "Oh, but I'll take it anyways."
Yeah, I get that.
I forgot yet again that when someone goes unconscious, they aren't on the layer.
Roll it onto the
So
combat tracker.
I have the dice pulled up, and I'm clicking that with my mouse. And if I let go, it's gonna roll it, which was
Just
the problem.
drag
With...
the bottom little boxes.
Yeah.
You drag them into one of theirs and then delete it if
Yeah.
you don't want to use it.
Oh, that's so smart! Whoa!
Or just
okay,
drag it
I'm
onto,
learning.
or just drag it onto not the chat and
Yeah,
get rid of it.
drag it onto nothing.
Okay, okay.
All right,
So
everyone.
just-
Next time she drags it to the wrong place, just don't tell her what to do. We'll sit here in
kick my
silence
ass.
until she figures it out.
Just
We'll
make
be
fun of
sitting
me.
here forever, though.
An exciting stream.
I like having game.
You guys are so mean to me.
You've
Get
been
a- get a
doing
no
this for
bully
years.
Yeah.
I don't deserve any sympathy, but I'll still say you're being mean. Okay, let's try this again.
I believe
Lexi,
you can be
please
better.
heal.
That's why I'm mean to you.
Okay. That's not a lot. Is it bonus action to give someone a potion?
No.
To use one on someone is an
Just
action.
getting her up is fine.
No, but okay, you know what? That's the end of my turn. I don't want to take any more time. Okay, that's me.
Okay, so you rush over through the horses and such. You put your hands on Lexi. Lexi, you feel life come back to you after your savage, traumatizing bird attack.
Oh, what happened? There was
Flat
a
on your back
bird
on the
in the
ground.
dark.
All right, and if
Not
that's her
great
turn,
things.
all right.
Yes, that is my turn. I am done with this turn.
This boy's going to dive attack Vogan.
Go ahead.
Flies
Fucking
down
try
30
it.
feet, comes in for a gore, goes for a gore, hits with the gore. It's going to use the momentum of the attack to use dive attack. Here comes some damage,
Look
my
out.
boy.
This is brutal.
He gets knocked off the fucking cliff and insta-dies.
Swoops down, strikes you, dealing 16 damage to you, causing your concentration on Scorpion Mark to expire.
These fucking birds, man.
What a waste of a goddamn fucking thing.
Oh.
I hate this fight.
It hits you with its antlers, cuts into you, take 16 damage. You feel the wind get knocked out of you, but before you can recover, it goes for a talon attack on you and misses with the talons. Goes in, tries to swipe at you. You manage to put your arm out, knock it back to beyond arm's length, and then it's going to fly back up 30
And
feet.
it flies away.
And it flies.
Leaves us alone forever.
And I
And it
fly
waddles
away.
away. Waddle, waddle.
And then Aristo.
All right.
Time for the pepper grinder.
Time for the pepper grind.
Oh,
Gonna hex ya.
You need to like have some tinkerer mess with your cane so it can grind pepper.
Right. Oh my god, that would be great. Putting that on the list for later.
So many things to think about for an artificer.
All right. And carefully aim my cane and let's Eldritch Blast. That's not very good. That's not enough pepper.
God.
guys,
Oh.
why is this campaign cursed?
How did I die here?
This
We were having a
campaign,
pretty
it's
good time last
the gods of D&D have told us that we have to make use of more saving throw things because we can't roll attack rolls for shit in this game.
Yeah,
We're gonna get eaten by these phoenix deer.
it's true. The smaller of us will be carried off.
All right, Miriam.
Well, my dear bird, it's been pleasant, but
Oh!
I'm afraid we're gonna have to kill you.
That's my favorite insult I've ever heard!
Did you
Oh!
He said deer bird, because they're birds with
bird.
a deer.
Ah!
It failed!
Finally!
Hooray! You fucking time!
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking.
Alright, you deal 4 damage and give it disadvantage on its next attack. Heckin'
I'm
good.
gonna cast Healing Word on Lexi as well.
Oh, yay!
Alrighty.
You're not allowed to die. You're too cute.
How dare you?
How dare you be so cute?
You should
God.
probably
Not getting
stand
fucked
up, cutie. It's
with
it's
coffee.
gonna stay dangerous for a bit. Gonna take a while for me to quip them to death.
Alrighty.
Kitty, he has one of my spears in him.
Alrighty.
I can't
Keep at it,
throw
big guy.
Right behind the horse.
And then that's, yeah, Lexi, you're up. So Lexi, you'd stand from prone, just so you know, so half your movement would be gone.
Okay, I have my moment. That's right. Yep, I get up. This thing fucking hurt me, so I'ma put you at it. I'm guessing because it's up in the air, I don't get any sneak attack or anything
Correct.
like that, so it's just a straight shot. Yeah.
Hide behind the horse. Quick.
Here I go! It'll never know!
Dive in
Yeah,
the
okay.
bush.
I'm gonna put you.
You just dive into the bush, moment of silence, crossbow bolt comes out of the bush. Oh!
I mean,
Dang!
Oh, if only it was a sneak attack.
Roll your damage.
kill that 30-foot sign.
That's fair. Die.
You fire at it like with
Die?
the others, it seems to resist the damage, but you strike it. It takes 8.
Oh. So the piercing isn't doing anything to it. Interesting.
It is doing things to it. It's just taking.
Not doing
It's
it.
doing
Resistant.
half
As
the
well.
things to it.
That's bullshit. Bullshit, Logan. Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
What
I'm
if
right
I'll
next
ever get my
to some
javelin
Healy
back?
boys,
I mean-
so I'm just gonna stay where I am.
The javelin's just sticking in it, and I can't get it. I want it back, but I can't.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is
Wow.
this?
What's going on?
I don't like that.
Is that your turn, Lexi?
Yeet.
Earthquake.
All right. Lyra, having been attacked and not being terribly happy about that fact, is going
Get
to
'em.
take
Gun.
You're gonna take out her flute and just be and just quickly be like, "Not very fair that you're in the air, is it? Why don't we bring you down?" And she is going to begin playing a very soft melody. As she does, you see twisting colors appear in the air above you guys, and
Doot magic flute.
Doot magic flute. She is going to cast hypnotic pattern.
Magic feet.
Where are you? Do your saves. I commandeth thee. Fail them, though. One of them nat 20'd, the other definitely did not. So, that one over there, these weaving patterns appear in the sky above you guys that you managed to not be affected by, seem to be outside the range of it. The one that is beside you, the one that is over Quintus and such, that one gets wobbly and then falls. It becomes incapacitated and charmed, and due to having its speed reduced to 0, can't fly no more!
Yeah!
It's going to fall to the ground. It was 30 feet up. It's going to take 3d6 falling damage. It takes heckin' 9. Which, as it falls to the ground, you guys hear a grotesque cracking sound from its neck as it dies.
Hooray, day!
Kitty, Lyra brought javelin back.
No. Nice.
Nice job with the 1 on initiative, Lyra.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
She was distracted.
Yeah. She
Well,
will
you're
immediately
just
drop
distracted
concentration
by-
on hypnotic pattern, since the only thing it was affecting is dead now. And, and then she is going to go ahead, and while she's playing it, the tune she's playing picks up in tempo, and she's going to go ahead and give Vogan, she's going to give you a bardic inspiration as she keeps playing.
Hooray!
So, here you go. D6 bardic inspiration for you. Bam.
Hooray!
All right. She starts playing a tune similar to one that she played at the joint birthday party.
Yay!
Which, though you
Foot
don't
taps
care
in saddle.
though you don't care to admit it, Vogan gets energized by.
This is my jam.
All right. I want to get directly under the pteraton.
Alrighty, you're on shoulder, so bam, you're now directly under it.
All right, cool. I'm drop my long sword and just pull up my javelin and just chuck it at it.
Gotcha.
Die.
All right. Please die.
Please
Nope. Please. I'd appreciate it.
do a favor for your buddy
And-
Vogan.
Do me a favor.
Me, your friend, Vogan.
And fucking die! All right, and skadoosh. Kersploosh.
Why aren't you dead?
Because it's the
Because
first
it
hit to hit this
resists
thing.
stuff.
You just hear Lyra stop
This is
playing.
the
You're
first damage this
I'm
one's
not
taken.
sure you actually needed my help.
Aww.
It's appreciated though. And bonus action, second wind. Hey, there we go.
No, that was a very good turn.
Yeah, better than my previous turn where I fucking wasted all my shit.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Alrighty then, heckin' horse. Quintus! So it fell, it hit the ground next to you, and it appears to be bleeding. Its neck appears to have cracked when it struck the ground.
I will pick up other javelin. Not javelin inside of bird. Other javelin
You've
that
used
fell.
2 javelins, you can take one of them back if you want an interaction.
Yeah. I will take that javelin back. I don't know if I can actually get over there.
You can if you action surge, but
He's
I already
done
action
that.
surged.
did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Second
I
javelin.
just didn't do anything.
fair.
Looking to see if there's anything I can do. I guess I'm gonna dash to get around where Vogan is. So if I dash, I can definitely make it over toward him and his horse. So I'm just gonna be here.
And if you dash, you can. And if it decides to attack me again, you can help.
That's why I did that.
Alrighty, and that's your turn then?
Yeah.
Fenris.
Alright. Okay, wait. Okay. I think I'm going to heal Lexi again. Because I'm concerned.
No, heal my javelin.
I can't do that. You very much overestimate what a cleric
By the way,
can
I'm
do.
gonna take the 30-foot thing off it just cause. It's 30 feet in the air. Just
Have more healing, Lexi. Yeah!
Nice!
Boy. Oh, hooray! Oh, thank you.
What a good
No
healing.
problem. Friendship heals. Pat, pat,
Yeah, you're back up to full, Lexi.
Oh, oh!
Good to have you back.
He screams from across the fucking room.
Alright. Is that
I'm
your-
right beside you. I'm on the horse, remember?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
on.
shit,
he's-
yeah.
He is on
I'm just looking at your
Moriarty.
token like you're fucking forever away.
He's on Moriarty.
No.
And Vogan's over here on Childer.
It's true.
All right, is that your
Aw.
turn? That's your whole turn then?
Yeah.
The horses continue to panic a little bit with creatures falling from the sky, blasts of energy being thrown around, music being played. They appear to be getting a bit more upset.
Ah, music.
The pteraton is
Oh,
going to.
God.
Oh,
It's going to go in for an attack. It is going to continue trying to get Vogan. Are you imposing disadvantage, Quintus?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's coming down at you. Goes for a gore and misses on the first attack. And that's the one to put all its momentum behind. So it goes in for the attack, tries to strike you. Quintus reaches out and smashes it in the horns with his shield as it comes in. It backs off for a second, squawks, and then attacks Quintus with its
Come at
claws.
me!
It hits.
No,
And
wait, don't.
It deals. It max damages and deals 11 damage to you with its talons.
I didn't even feel it.
These things have been getting really good damage rolls.
I hate them.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Guys. Why did...
Yeah.
Keep some luck for yourselves. I appreciate that you clearly give me all your luck. You need to have some.
I'm gonna choke you
Logan?
to death, Logan. Spencer said you were a thing. You were also going to threaten him in some kind of way, and I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go on.
It flies back up 30 feet, FYI.
I was going to say I'm going to choke you to death.
Alright, Aristo, you're up. Noting that, yeah, it flew up again 30 feet.
I'm gonna move my hex over to
Alrighty.
here.
I'm gonna... Alright, it's targeting him now.
Excellent. Then let's try for more pepper this time.
Dear God, please bring that pepper. That ain't enough pepper, I
That's
don't
not
think.
nearly enough pepper.
Need to stop
hate
talking.
it.
Need to stop talking about the pepper. When you don't bring it up, it works.
It's true. Alright. Is that your turn? You turn, you fire a blast of Eldritch energy up at it, it goes wide.
I'm just not on today. I'm sorry, guys.
You can do
No,
it,
it's
Aristo.
okay,
We're all the
Aristo.
same.
Be better.
Oh.
I'm dying!
I will try, Vogan. I will try.
You're doing your
I
best.
hadn't
that's
thought
all
to
you can
ask. Do you have Venadath summoned?
do. You said that you summoned. Beta
If
in
you're
second defense.
saying that
Well,
he
he-
wasn't like scouting earlier, then I guess
Probably
he
not.
wasn't summoned.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll summon
Carrie,
him after the fight.
whenever he said summoned earlier, he was referring to casting Find Familiar to reconjure him. But-
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah, because he had been dead.
Yeah.
Billy!
Billy!
Marry him!
Double check some range here. 40 feet? Hell yeah. All right.
40 feet, then it's also up 30 feet, so let's say that's at 60.
Oh.
Here,
Well, that's actually still within range.
If we want to be specific, I can just... It's at 50, according to trigonometry, so go ahead.
Hell yeah. I never thought annoying deer birds could be so plucky.
Hey.
Vogan takes damage.
See if...
The bardic inspiration goes
All right, folks.
It succeeds.
Oh.
The joke went over its head, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
Ah, no.
Go ahead, Lexi.
I don't get it.
Oh,
Okay, I guess to try to move. Okay, can I fucking go? Yeah. Head back. That's like 10. Can I go here and bonus action hide behind the house? Am I small enough to hide behind the horse?
Given how open everything is and that it's aware of you, I couldn't imagine you could properly hide because there's no total cover here.
That's fair. She like tries to hide under the horse, and it's super tall. It can still fucking see. You're a short thing.
Yeah, it's 30 feet up in the air. It has
Okay.
a literal bird's eye view of the situation.
Okay.
On to proper spaces, you nerd.
No, you.
No, you. Okay. I think is that as far as I can go?
You started
okay.
here.
5,
10, 15. You're only at 20.
25.
Oh wait, no, you went
Oh,
through
20?
things.
Cool.
You went through things. So...
Yeah, I went through things. That's what I was gonna say. I thought it was at
You're
least at
25, I
25.
believe.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
5,
Yeah, it was there.
10, 15, 20. You can go. You can get 25 to be there if you
Got
go
that.
diagonal there. So yeah, you could.
I'm gonna go one out
Okay.
next to the boy, and then try to put you.
Do it.
And fucking, I'm not getting any goddamn sneak attack because they're all fucking high.
Because it's in the air and you don't got any flying allies.
I hate it.
Hold an attack until it attacks one of your friends and is within 5 feet of them.
They're never going to be. They're gonna stay in the fucking air.
Well, no, so if you hold your attack for when they attack one of your allies, they have to be within their range of hitting them. So in the instance that would proc you attacking them, they would be within that distance. That's assuming it, say, in this
Oh.
instance, it would have to go for Quintus. But if you
Can I
did,
do
then...
that?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Totally.
Okay.
You could do that.
If
Ready.
it- yeah, if
so you
it-
ready an action, and the trigger is when it comes within 5 feet of an ally.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Fine by me.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Aaron. I didn't think of doing that. Hooray.
Gotcha, fan.
I can.
Got that rogue Unagi strats.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna. Can she get within? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! She can get to there, which puts her exactly within range to not have disadvantage with a gun. She's going to dodge, roll, and weave in and out of everybody. She's going to roll through the horse's legs underneath it, aim her gun straight up, and fire, and probably miss. And hit!
Ah!
Boof. Oh, jeez. Oh, dude.
Yay.
And do a lot of damage. Alright.
It's almost like it's a gun.
Almost like it's some kind of gun. She fires up through it. The bullet goes through one of its wings. It lets out a pained caca. Also, I forgot to do this. I'm also going to have her use her second bardic inspiration to do psychic blades. So let's just throw another 4 damage on there. Why don't we? Bam.
Bam.
That could have been
Psychic
more.
blades.
Yeah, psychic blades.
Oh my god.
When she hits with a weapon attack, she can use a bardic inspiration to add 2d6 damage.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well.
Yeah.
fancy.
It's a cool
She is
thing.
fancy.
It's a heckin'... What was it? It's a
College of Valor?
College of Whispers thing.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Heckin', she does that there fire. She hits it. Don't think that she has any bonus actions now that that's gone, so that's not gonna happen. And she's gonna go ahead and... Oh no! She's going to... Does anyone hurt?
I'm all good now.
I'm fine.
Quintus is hurt.
Quintus
Yeah.
is,
Quintus.
Quintus has got
I'm fine.
You stop that.
All right, then she's gonna use. Since she didn't cast a spell, she's gonna bonus action healing word.
Yay.
That's nice.
And Quintus, you regain a heckin' 1d4 plus 2. Where are you? There you are. Boop. Have 5.
Yay.
You're back to full.
Did it
What?
apply to him?
I threw it. Or sorry, not Quintus, Vogan.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh,
there
you
go.
healed me. I thought you were healing Quintus.
Nah, I'm
yeah,
fine.
same.
I chose
I'm
Vogan. Vogan, it's been attacking Vogan with the main big dive attacks. So
fair.
if those hit, they'll do a lot more damage. So she's decided to keep him heckin' topped up.
All right, fair enough.
Boom! Speaking of Vogan, Vogan.
So, I want to hold my action.
You're gonna do the same thing I was gonna do.
No. I'm gonna try and grapple it.
Yeah, you're gonna do the same thing I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh my boys,
Sure.
hell
I'll
yeah.
hold my action for when it gets in range. I want to fucking grapple it.
Sure thing.
This is gonna
so-
be gross if it works.
Heckin' Izzy, when you cast Hex earlier, what... I mean, now, you could probably just say Strength now, but which ability did you choose?
That's what we usually. That's what we usually pick.
I have no way to scrutinize that, so I'm very like, I guess it's probably Strength, no matter how this answer goes. Cool.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna go ahead and hold that action to get ready to grab it.
Yeah.
And
God.
Arista.
Come at me, bird. Come at me.
Do it. Go at him.
Bruh. It's my turn?
It's Aristo's turn?
It's
It's
Chalder's
Chalder's
turn.
Oh, wait, is it? What the heck? Why is this thing highlighted? What's going on?
Calder, come
I
on.
don't
What's
know.
happening? Bam. Sorry, Quintus.
Calder
I was wrong.
joins the fight.
So I was gonna do the exact same thing that he did. Can I use my action, hold it, and aid with grappling?
And aid with
God.
grappling. And aid with grappling. And aid with grappling. Aid with
This poor fucking thing.
It would be
What do you mean this poor thing?
I know, the visual of it's really bad.
You know what? Sure, totally.
It's fucking dog pile on this bird.
Yes, exactly.
Like each grab a wing.
You guys fucking grab it and I just shoot it in its fucking face as you pin it to the ground. I'm like,
Dodge this.
All right.
Fucking
oh,
You're not going anywhere.
You will give Vogan advantage on his athletics check that he will make to try to do this.
Yeah.
And it's going to have disadvantage on what... depending on which... It would go with athletics because that's higher naturally. So yeah, it's going to have a bad time. Cool. All right. In that case, Fenris.
Ferris, just kill it now.
do it. So this planning ends up being nothing.
Can I try to shoot it with a crossbow?
Yep, you can.
That's what I've been doing.
Rock on. All right. Here
Cross-
we
Just
go.
remember that it will be at not disadvantage, but it will resist the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to see if I'd hit. I don't want to shoot the horse. There we go.
Jesus.
No.
You missed, I'm
Well,
afraid.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that is my turn.
Okay, so... Here's how this is gonna go.
Come at me, bird.
It's going to come down. It's going to attack Vogan. It's going to do its first attack, and then all of your reactions will go off.
Excellent.
Come at me, bird.
Here comes the bird. It missed Vogan. So it
Get him.
it will have one more attack, but we'll handle that after because it's now within range. Go ahead. It flies down at you to try to hit you. It misses. It like goes down and charges at you. As it does, you reach up and try to grab the horns as they come at you.
Can I say the aid is like Quintus gets to the side of the horse and just holds his shield up so Vogan can step on it to grab him?
Fuck yeah!
Great.
Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check with advantage, and it's gonna roll an athletic strength check with disadvantage.
Ah! Oh no!
All right, hold on. Inspiration.
You already have advantage.
No. The D6 that I got from Lyra.
Okay.
Ah!
Better
12.
than nothing.
It rolled the same as you with disadvantage. It got a 6 plus its 3. You didn't need to use the Bardic Inspiration, but it's used. As it comes down, you reach up and you grab it. You put your foot on the shield, grab its horns. As it tries to get you, you, like, twist its head around and wrap your arms around its neck. Again, this is not a small creature. This is, like, an almost human-sized bird. So you are wrestling with this thing. Lexi.
I'm just holding the weight of Vogan up above me.
It is grappled, but it is not. That won't affect. Yeah, that won't affect how Lexi interacts with it. Lexi, go ahead and make your attack against it, and if you hit, you'll have sneak attack.
Oh fuck. Okay. I have no inspiration, so I can't fucking do anything to help myself. Okay, here we go.
Lexi, do it.
I'm gonna do it.
This is Goku with Piccolo versus Raditz right here.
Oh, no. Charging my attack.
That's a hit.
Yeah! Okay, fuck. I gotta put on my goddamn sneak attack. What's that?
Kill it.
I'm trying.
You fire at it, you hit it, you deal 8 damage total to it as it strikes into it. It lets out a fierce caw as it's struck. It is... Heckin'.
It's still grappled, so you know, maybe it can't fly away.
Yep, it is gonna go for a Talon's attack on Vogan.
It's fair.
And it's gonna get a nat 20.
Oh my god, that's fair!
Luckily, it can't add its dive attack to that, because it's no longer got momentum, so here comes... Oh! 16 damage!
Focus on killing it, I'm fine!
Someone get him!
Carves into you, like just raking at you, ripping your flesh with its claws, smashing you with its wings. Oh, there's the timer for break, so after this fight we'll take a break, but that can... Oh! Alright. Aristo!
Alright.
You're on a horse, so I won't give you disadvantage due to cover if you try to shoot it, because you're above everybody else.
Cool.
Can I say I got off the horse when I, like, fucking...
I'm just holding you up.
Do you want to have gotten off the horse when you did that?
Yeah, I, like, fucking jumped out of the, like, off my horse onto his shield and grabbed him midair.
Let's move the two of you onto that space then, we'll see. But at the same time, Aristo, you're still elevated, so you're still good.
Alright, so yeah, seeing all this and seeing Vogan get chunked by this bird, it's like, not to worry, Vogan, I've got...
If you steal this fucking
Come on! I haven't hit anything yet! Just let me have this! I hate today!
You have the highest 2 hit out of like almost all of us.
Yeah.
And I keep rolling shit! Oh! I just want to hit something!
Hey man, you are responsible for that grapple working.
Yeah,
that's fair.
If it hadn't had disadvantage, it would have rolled a 16 based on what it rolled before. So you're responsible for everything going on over there right now.
Oof.
That was a most of the party at once effort.
That was a good time.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't really. I don't think I have any bonus actions I can make use. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
You're useless to me! You're useless!
Keep trying, Aristo!
You're doing your best!
Your turn, Miriam.
Sorry,
Miriam
friend, but it's
insulted to death.
about
This
time we
criticism
clipped
is not
those
very
wings.
constructive.
Clip him, Miriam.
Get him!
Get him!
God
Damn
damn
it!
It's distracted, Miriam.
I don't think it understood you.
I don't think it cared.
All right.
Can
Set
I
on
turn
fire, Fenris.
Can I turn into a
Get him,
fox?
Fanny.
Can someone yeet me at the bird and can I eat it? God damn it! Oh, I'm just gonna shoot it.
Fair enough.
Fucking god, die! Come on!
Right? I get you.
This is like where we find out we're actually in a comedy game, And like we've been imagining these epic fights, but it's all of us just swinging at these things like mad.
All right, is that your turn, Lexi?
Yeah! Jesus!
Kill it. Kill it.
I'm trying to kill him again. I can't. It's
Lyra's
fine. Or whatever.
gonna...
This burden person are heavy.
You can do it!
So Lyra's gonna take out her rapier, and she's gonna just try to stab it on account of it being within 5 feet.
Stab.
And she hits!
Hooray! Get it!
Yeah.
Takes out the rapier, she flips it upside down, not fucking how you should use a rapier, but who cares, it's fucking grappled, and reverse stabs it, and oh, so close! She tries to stab into its neck from like above as you're holding it, but and she does 4 damage to it, but it bucks its head up as she's stabbing into it, and the blade doesn't manage to like pierce down into its skull or its throat.
Oof.
All right, and then heckin' that's what she's got. She took her attack. All right, and Vogan.
Can I try and make another athletics check to try and restrain it?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Okay.
Bring him down, Vogan.
I'm gonna put an inspiration into this.
Okay.
So advantage, and he still has disadvantage on athletics too.
Yes, he
checks
does.
Because of hexed. Cool. Oh, come on. 11.
It got a 10.
Yay!
Oh, thank God.
All right, so yeah,
All right.
you have now restrained it.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, I'm gonna. Can I just pull that? Put that on him.
I'll throw it on him here in a sec. If you want to throw it on him,
you
go
get
ahead.
off the shield.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
what?
now anybody attacking him, you have advantage, as long as you are. Yeah, no, you just have advantage, just straight out, and it has disadvantage on attacks. Oh, it's in a bad time. You grip it, you bring it, and you press it down into the ground and like put your knee on its back, holding its wings and head as steady as you can. At this point, just squawking and digging into the dirt.
Fuck yeah. Kill it.
That your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Boop, boop, boop.
Excuse me.
You are. It is in Vogan's space.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Whoop.
Blaze. Blaze.
Oh, goodness.
Such
thank-
blaze.
And Habba!
That's a hit.
Habba! Damn.
Oh, come on.
You got this.
Why
Why
would
would
I
I die?
It's got
Guys.
1 hit point,
What?
doesn't it?
It's Nat19, right?
Bam, 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 bam,
Bow, 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 bow.
You know one of the ways you know it's Nat19?
How?
It has 1 HP left.
It has 1 HP left!
I fucking knew it.
Also, second wind. I feel
There you
better.
go.
There you go. Alright, and that's your turn?
Yep.
Fenris.
Fenris, kill it.
Get him, Fenrir!
Come on, it needs to die!
Keep it
Run
mine.
up and punch it!
Yeah, just
Either
shove
that-
the thing!
It will have
Whatever you
disadvantage
have
on
to
dex
do.
checks.
Yeah, if you make a dex save, it has disadvantage.
Oh boy, what do I have that is a dex save?
We are gonna eat this thing.
Oh, yeah.
That isn't dexterity?
100%.
I will feast this night.
Flame is a dex save, so...
Yes, it is.
Hello.
If
Goodbye.
Cook the bird! We're gonna eat it!
Oh shoot.
Fenris, you're gonna get some more
Ah.
It's
antlers.
just holy light descends onto
Why-
Falk, and he's like, "Ugh."
I accidentally clicked the wrong thing.
It-
Heck.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter, it's still the same save.
Here you go. Yeah.
Finally!
How do you want to do this?
I feel like I just say, for the love of God, die, and it bursts into flames.
And your god says okay. As you bring up your hands to cast Sacred Flame, as you do, Vogan, you start to get this hot sensation as you notice patches of it start to catch on fire in your arms. It stops squawking. You pull back briefly. As it catches a flame, it ignites, lets out a comical but very pained squawk, then just falls to the ground, charred by the flame.
I'm gonna lift Fenris up in the air. You did it!
Put me down, put me down, put me down,
You
put me down.
got
put me
him.
down,
I'm
put me
so
down.
proud of
Put
you.
me down, put me down.
I did so good.
Put me
I
down.
Oh,
kicked
you
the
want me to
bird.
put you down? Okay.
Hooray!
Thank you.
I kicked the bird.
Don't kick it. We can eat it.
I kick it again.
Little bit of air
No!
escapes. Little bit of air escapes as long as you kick it, and it lets out a very soft.
Shut up, you bird!
I run over excitedly and kick it with Vogan. Like, bang!
It's okay, Vogan. It's dead. It
I mean, I
can't
guess
hurt
we
you
can
anymore.
kick. I guess we can eat the other
That
one.
Not with its head chopped off. It can't hurt me anymore.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. It's just fine. You just work it out. You've earned this.
Mhm.
All right,
Logan, I
I'm
would-
good.
Logan, I would like to collect my ammo if that's okay.
Yep. Recover
Okay.
half of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I fired
Are javelins considered
3?
ammo? Or can
Yeah, I
want to
get my javelin back.
If you only use one, go ahead and get it. I am going to say, yeah, you can only recover half your javelins. I will. Well, do they have the ammunition quality, or are they thrown? Because that's the ultimate.
They're thrown
difference.
weapons.
Then you're fine.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get
Cool.
mine.
The only
Yeah.
time I'll like, unless it's something big that I can rationalize it like breaking your javelins, then yeah.
I mean,
go
it did fall 30 feet.
It's a javelin. It probably
Okay.
fell. It probably fell on its
It's
blade.
sturdy.
Gotcha.
Like probably sticking out of the ground. Cool. All right. So that you did it. You solved my cannibal bird deer puzzle.
Things.
Gosh dang Phoenix.
They
Wait,
gave
they're
you way
cannibals?
more trouble. Well, no, but they eat meat.
I was gonna say,
But Logan,
They gave you way more trouble than I thought they were gonna.
but
give
Logan, how do they taste?
you. We'll
Yeah.
find that out after we come back from
Hey!
the break.
goddamn resistance to goddamn magic.
It's
Or
true.
not that
They had resistance to non-magic weapons. That is totally true.
By the way,
Oh.
whenever I was stabbing it with a javelin, it didn't stab nearly as well. So let's skin it before we cook it.
Well, it's a bird, so we'd like.
Fenris
Fuck
is
it.
too busy.
Skin's probably a
sulking.
bit tough.
Oh, up there. Fenris
Oh,
has already kind of burnt it a little bit.
Heckin'
Logan.
sulking. I'm sorry.
Logan
Oh,
said, "Bring
I'll
it
be
back."
right
bring it
back.
back.
I'm gonna be right back.
okay.
Yeah, me
I
as
will
well.
also be right back.
Yes, I shall do the same.
Looking down from up onto the cliffs, watching the carnage of all these bird people, reminding herself to never let Grier come here again. It's time for the Dear Ashley show! Asking Aristo, what happened, man? He's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm alone. Vexing Vogan, but Vogan isn't here. Dear Stico, thoughts of being alone? Yes, it sucks, man. I mean, 1 is the loneliest number. I mean, 2 is just as bad as 1, because, you know, it's the loneliest number since the number 1. Questioning Quintus. Do you think these creatures are resistant to pepper? Will it taste good? If they're resistant to pepper, then how are we supposed to season them? Dear Ashley, what if those birds were infected with amniosis? I mean, they'll probably still taste as good. Like, it doesn't matter. Just don't eat its blood. I don't know. Dear Ashley, did I spell your name right? Also, are you riding one of the birds? No, I was riding a different bird named Grier. Dear Ashley, what eldritch abominations did you cohort with to become omnipresent? Yep.
And back.
Welcome back. By the way, asking Aristo, what happened, man?
What, like during that fight?
Yeah.
I don't know. I am
They might be resistant to pepper.
That might be. It might have some sort of I don't fucking know. I'm just off my game. Can't hit anything today. It's awful.
Oh
Hello.
shit. 10 more tier 1 subs. Thank you very much. Super
much
Iron
is
Man
there?
552. Much appreciated, my dude. Oh, and I got
Hi,
remote. Thank you, my dude.
Stream. Have you
Look at
heard
that weird
today
love
that
hearts I
Fred
got.
Loves you?
Nah. Questioning Quintus. Where's Jerky? He's back at the fort.
He's fine.
And perfectly fine
And
in
if
every
anyone-
way.
And if anyone asks, we'll just tell Quintus that he went away to the farm.
Questioning Quintus. Why have you not wifed the sexy bard lady yet? Well, because I just met her. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty well. She's riding with me. Questioning Quintus. Favorite kind of meat? Yes.
Damn, everyone's questioning Quintus.
Because you were gone. I was alone.
I'm
Dear
joking,
Ashley,
I'm
how does it feel to be an omnidimensional god? Sure, man.
I love that.
And now on, there's a fetching Fenris. Why should I convert to your religion?
Have you ever considered, like, having a god to pray to? It's pretty nice.
You ever thought about it?
Have you ever thought about a giant lion god, though?
Oh! Gotta join the Lions Council. Rawr. We were talking about that last night, Deco.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
saying that, like, the Lions Council are all these fucking tough, burly men, and it's like fucking now
I know
call
all
it
of the Lions
order, the meeting of the Lions Council, and then they all put their hands up in a fucking claw-like motion and go,
Rawr.
"Oh." But seriously though, like 70 people have died in the strike lines. Like, fucking...
From what I'm seeing, there are quite a few whom are girls. There is a jolly boy, a couple of orcs, a couple of elves, a bunch of things. It's pretty neat. Fetching Fenris. Why are you so cute though?
I mean,
I'm not.
Bullshit.
I'm faxing Fenris. I get the impression you don't like being picked up.
No.
Nah, she likes it. Nah, she likes
whole bunch of gift subs and
I
such
don't
going
know
on.
you,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't like
By the way,
this
Zombie
nasty-
and Go-Go and Super Iron Man, thank you guys for all the gift subs.
Yes!
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Baffling Bread, how are you today?
I'm good. I was up at 7 because I was helping my friend shoot his thesis statement. So
Berating Bread, does Fenris feel intimidated by the bard?
I think Fenris feels intimidated, period.
Faxing Fenris on a scale of 1 to yes, how gay are you?
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
I didn't read that fully until I said it.
Alright, here's the answer. A little...
Fetching Fenris, why are you best
What are
waifu?
yes?
See, here all you have to do is ask for questions, and questions come.
Yeah, right?
What-
Fetching
what
Fenris,
is-
why are you best waifu?
What is a waifu? And why do I feel like Quintus is looking for one?
Zombie! That's because
Oh
I
my
am.
God.
I would love to have a waifu.
Oh,
Then I am not a waifu. No,
okay. Heckin'.
not
Is
that.
everybody-
Oh,
That's
so you're just
amazing.
a wife?
Is everybody
I'm leaving now.
Oh,
No,
Fenris.
come back.
Are
I
all the
can't
are
believe
all,
I'm running
are all-
away.
She's so cute.
are all the people here right now?
No.
Nope.
No.
Who's
Nah,
missing?
yeah.
Still not here.
So we can
We're waiting for
continue
Aaron and for Buddy.
Okay, I imagine they both fell asleep. That's what I would do.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah, man.
That was
That makes
fun.
sense.
I like seeing combat where people do try to coordinate like that as opposed to just bashing attacks every round.
That was fucking neat.
Whenever he started talking, I'm like, you're gonna do the same thing I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I could have still thrown the javelin, but I'm like, but no one else can hit it.
Hey, Spencer.
So as soon as it comes within range, I'm like, grab it.
I was just saying, Spencer, I really like combat encounters where people do more than just roll attacks every round. Like that coordinated team pile-on was great.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was super cool.
I find
it's like, well,
I'm not,
sword attacks aren't working.
Historically,
Here we go.
Historically, I find that flying enemies and swimming enemies have always brought out the most strategic parts of people. Like,
yeah.
We don't face a lot of swimming enemies.
Well, no, because it's really hard to have a lot of swimming encounters.
Let's get on a boat.
You can't be like, all right, you're traveling between 2 woodland towns. Let me roll up the random encounter table. 1d4 sharks in the woods. Let's get them, merfolk.
They can be land sharks.
Also, the last time we had a swimming enemy, one of the player characters died.
It's true.
Hashtag throwback to Ellis.
Rock shark.
Ellis! Oh, what a good boy.
It's a rock shark.
Dear.
Dearest
Dearest Deco, favorite food?
The answer should be stew.
I think my.
Well, no, it's not.
I mean, if they're asking me.
Yeah, it's Deco. It's not Quentin.
I stand by my point. It should be stew.
Also,
I
Eric,
like
if you
cheese.
What? Eric, if you hear someone says,
your
"Greetings,
favorite
Grier," are you feeling
like
threatened
cheese.
right now?
Feeling threatened.
Cheese isn't a food,
Well,
Deco.
yeah, we
Cheese
don't-
is
I don't
an
understand.
ingredient.
No!
Cheese is a food.
Cheese is a food!
How dare you?
It is 100% a food.
It's an ingredient.
Yes!
It's a food!
You're outmatched. There's more of us than you.
Our numbers are bigger than your numbers.
So cheese is a
That's
food.
me watching people just eating cheese,
Some-
and by people I mean Logan.
Somebody put that in quote chat, just without context. Our numbers are greater than your numbers, so cheese is a food.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Hail
Hail
Hadric.
Hadric.
What do you think of
Quintus?
See, Quintus, his behavior aside, Quintus is exactly the kind of person that Hadric's like, see, that's a knight? That's what you're calling me? That's the correct version. And for all Hadric cares, knights can be fucking boisterous and whatnot. He doesn't care how they act as long as they do their job. But
I think I did pretty good this battle with the shield bashing.
Yeah, you
Totally.
corrected me.
I will say if Hadric and Quintus had to meet, Hadric would like Quintus, but Hadric would very much stand in the background of conversations and be like, I will let him do everything because he is of a higher station.
Oh my god!
Higher standard.
Until now, because he's the self-proclaimed king of Barovia. So
Oh damn!
Oh, zombie.
That's a lot of fucking subs.
Oh goodness.
Zombie does a
Jeez.
20 tier 1 subs.
Nice.
Wow.
Does anybody have tier 2? Does anybody have the Suzume emote, I wonder?
Someone flex the
for you?
Suzume
I
emote.
think so, yeah.
Do
Someone
it.
flex the Suzume emote. Whoever has it.
Oh man, they gave it to us and
No.
Brad and Spencer. Oh, that's so
I mean on Twitch.
and
Brett.
Deco.
Dueler has it.
Of
Hell
course,
yeah,
Dueler has it.
Dueler.
Oh dear.
You're a hero, Dueler.
Zombie has it.
Yeah, zombie.
Yeah, I think you guys might be the tier 2 subs. 1 sec, I'm gonna check. Channel analytics.
I used to have a tier 2 sub.
Oh no, we
31.
They died. I'm
have
kidding.
7. We have 7 tier 2 subs.
Oh,
Crazy.
hell
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And no tier 3 subs, which is fair.
I still like that the person with the most tier 3 subs on Twitch got it through a meme.
Oh yeah.
He made a video being like, you don't have a tier 3 sub to, I can't remember his channel name, but his channel name? Bitch. And that was it. And everyone's like, I'm not a bitch, and so he got the most.
Fake person also has it. Oh,
Nice.
way to go, fake person.
You guys are heckin' heroes. I'm doing a fun.
You guys deserve this.
Erdelf also has it. As of now.
Oh, yeah.
Erdalf!
I'm just.
Inquiring
You guys can't
Ian,
see
what's up? Haven't talked to you in a while. How's
You guys
things?
can't see the arm shake jig I'm doing, but I'm doing a jig with my. You guys have it. You're heroes. Yeah.
Hype train?
Nice.
Oh shit! Look at that hype.
We on the
train.
level 3 hype train already.
Oh damn.
Wow.
Heckin' nice. I'm gonna look into starting a Dungeon Masters Guild account today and start putting stuff up there for heckin' purchase as it's
Heck
effectively unlocked on the stream. I think, especially with Vestige, it's about time I started doing that.
Heck
Mhm.
yeah.
Wow.
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 A Vogan emote. Oh,
I love him.
same.
Okie dokie. Do it. A player wants a Quetzadria. Oh yeah, I fucking should release them too.
Yeah.
Tell you what, one sec.
There's some Miriam emotes. Beautiful.
Okay, so
The smuggest of boys.
I love him.
full amount. Let's do
Wow.
1 second.
Mouse Fenris. Oh,
Wow.
Oh!
Fucking
I love
cool guy
Master.
Vogan.
goddamn cool guy, Vogan. Fenris, get our Vogan. Hell yeah,
Full
do it.
amount. Just for the sake of trying to make these things sort of turn into funding for the stream.
Wow.
Wow.
Bam.
Wow.
And
Oh my
boom.
God.
Donation goal
Mary.
extended. Heckin' Quetzadria for heckin' hundo.
Hell yeah.
Hot
Wow.
dang.
Hot dang.
Wow.
Miriam, get her.
Hot bag.
Big hot damn.
Wow.
Look at all these beautiful emotes.
Look at them. Anyways, are you guys effectively ready to jump back in, do you think?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I want to see all these emotes.
Okay.
That's true.
Check out those emotes. By the way, I have news regarding the whole path to partner thing may not end up working out.
Uh-oh.
Just the latest message I
not?
got back. Just their language seems very adamant that if there are streams below 75 average viewers, they seem to not want to partner us. Like period.
Oh.
Because their wording has consistently been your viewership fluctuates wildly. We want to make sure you consistently have above 75, and at this point the language seems very don't have any streams below 75 viewers.
Which is dumb because as soon as you get partner, you keep it.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
even if you do go below 75.
So I will say
fucking
so this isn't me. I guess this is a call to action if you guys want to help chat.
Go watch
but,
Thursday.
Well, yeah, what we really need this month if
Yeah.
we're going to make this work is we really need support on Thursdays. That's
Yeah.
Thursdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays when we're doing the stuff, but particularly Thursdays are where we need extra people because those ones are sort of they're usually above 75, but it's like a 30-70 split as to if they will or won't. Heckin' viewers
You
are
can
the
just
only
put it on
criteria.
and sleep. Yeah.
Yeah,
All you need to do.
at this point, it looks like days streaming. They didn't mention that this time, probably
It's because Aaron hasn't given us enough like reasons to loot a leaf yet.
But
true.
but yeah, if anybody can come in on Thursdays, obviously only if you guys enjoy them would I ask you to show up. But if anybody can, even just for this month, if you can find the time, it would be a big
I don't know
help
why
in getting a
anyone
partner.
wouldn't enjoy a meat grinder.
Yeah,
That
man.
is- that's
Like,
the Toon
right?
game.
Jeez.
Heckin'. I feel bad asking for these. It's mostly just I feel like the viewership's there. It's just a day that's a bit difficult, especially because Critical Role, which is why I'm stressing.
Yeah.
Only support
Yeah.
the Thursday ones if you want to. I'm not asking you
Yeah,
to do
like-
anything you
like-
don't want to do. If you're busy, I
Don't worry
get
too
it.
much about it.
What time on Thursdays? Same time as these games.
time.
Yeah.
Thursdays are also a bit harder because more people have work on Thursdays than Saturdays, and also Critical Roles that night, and there's just a lot of factors working against the viewership of those games.
Yeah.
But the problem is that's the only day that we can use each week that works for everyone that plays in them. All right.
Time.
Give me a time. 1 p.m. PDT. All right. That said, that appeal aside, are we ready to jump back in?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
Heckin' Critical Role already has partner. When did Critical Role get partner?
What?
What? They
Some
have it and we
bullshit.
don't?
That's
What?
insane.
Literally,
I don't get that
how?
at all.
There's such small time.
We
Who
should punch
even-
them.
Fucking Critical Role, the fucking D&D show DM'd by fucking Matthew McConaughey got partner? I don't think so.
Hate you.
Dude, I want to see that.
All right,
That'd be
all right,
so
not
good.
all right. Am I right? Let's play
Yeah, can we
Vestige.
make that happen?
Okay.
All right. You got the kill. How do you want to do this?
All right.
I need it to be real.
Oh, heckin'.
You forced me to learn today.
I would like.
no.
Well, yeah. What? What did you learn?
Well, you've been using PDT for a while, and I was like, I've always called it PST. And so
Yeah,
I
same.
checked the difference between the two, and it's PST from November until daylight savings, and then it goes to PDT.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's
I've
weird.
always heard you say that. I was like, is he saying it wrong?
Yeah.
And then I Googled it as
Pacific
well.
Daylight Time versus Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, so am I wrong?
Currently, yes.
Am I currently?
'cause it's-
I'm currently wrong, but half of the year I'm not.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll let
I-
you know when
And then we
get
might
back to
phase
me.
out daylight savings time, and then
when
you'll
you
always
when you
know.
say PDT and PST, I feel like everyone knows fucking what you're talking.
Totally.
never
Like, I
heard
got what you meant. I
PDT.
just was like, is that a thing? Because I've heard it before, and I was like, what does PDT stand for? So I looked it up.
It's because
I
Well,
never
now.
heard PDT before you said
I
it to me.
well,
Logan.
I used to say PST, and I still interchangeably do, but fucking I remember looking up a converter at one point and like saw that our time zone was PDT, and I was like, what? And I guess it just got into my mind, and then that's what I said from that point on. There was no deliberate choice made. It was just I saw it and I was like, okay.
Thor, are you bothering Val?
Alrighty. So
Oh no, leave her alone.
jumping back in. Heckin'. You guys, so effectively I'd like to, for the sake of expediting this, post that combat, you'd mentioned you wanted to eat the birds. Are you gonna eat the birds? You've already you've already got your rations handled till you get back, but if you guys want to eat the birds for flavor, then you can go ahead and
I'm okay without eating.
How is the
birds.
flavor?
I'm gonna cut some flank out of the birds,
you
and I'm
wanna-
going to wrap it up.
You want to know how these taste. They would taste more like deer or elk than they would bird.
I am going to take
venison. Okay.
I am
Yeah.
going to take a flank of these birds. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to keep it for later.
Oh.
Dude, fuck
For
yeah, I love
possible
venison.
jerky.
Oh my
But it wouldn't taste
we have-
exactly. It's like a lighter venison. But
We have some poultry venison,
yeah,
so it's basically just gamey then.
pteratons, the chicken of the sky.
Oh,
We got a couple
The
pounds.
deer
We got a
of the
couple
sky, I
pounds of
guess.
pteraton flank.
Now that notwithstanding, do you want to effectively just keep on your way to the city, or
Yeah.
do you want to do anything now as of this?
I'll summon Billy and have him scout for us.
Gotcha.
Just circle above our heads looking for danger.
Roger. He's out.
I'm
And
gonna
I do
add-
apologize for the assumption that he
flank.
was not. It's just a matter of I don't want to assume that you guys are always doing all the smart things, otherwise I take it out of your hands to tell me.
Sorry, yeah, when I summoned him, I assumed he would be like around and just able to see stuff.
Alright.
I didn't realize he would be desummoned.
Well,
after.
let's get out.
Alrighty.
These things taste delicious, by the way.
Alright, so he's out. You guys
Yeah, they're
eat.
pretty good.
You then continue on your way back to Summergrass, and a day later with no... Oh yeah, you guys long rested, so I might as well just apply the experience now. It's not going to level you. You each get 150 experience for that encounter.
Oh, I'm level 8.
No.
oh, holy shit!
Oh my god!
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to let that go, but it should have been less, because Lyra. But I'm going to let it go.
Yay! Nice DM, Logan.
All right.
What kind of animal are you gonna kill now?
Sick fuck.
We gotta get rid of Lyra.
My beauty, yes.
All right.
A liability.
Holy shit! Yes.
Ah!
Okie dokie. So then I'm going to go ahead and rest, long rest. If you guys want to change your spells again, you can, but I can't imagine too much has changed since when you did it before.
Oh, Logan,
Yes. What's up?
I want to ask something about Scorpion Mark.
Mm.
Since it's very similar to like how Hunter's Mark works,
Mhm.
what is it possible to switch my Scorpion Mark as a bonus action to
No.
something else if it dies?
I did make the deliberate choice that it can't be switched, because
Okay.
game balancing wise, I felt that if it was too much exactly like Hunter's Mark, then it was treading too much into the Ranger's territory. So it is Heckin, one thing. The difference here being it doesn't take any actions or anything for you to use it, so it has that bonus over Hunter's Mark.
That's fair.
Yeah, one of the things he added to me basically is like a glamour bard ability, but it's an action instead of a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Fair.
so you guys continue to make your way back to Summergrass. You pass through mostly farmlands at this point. Again, more small little dots of tiny villages. Heckin, Mott has a lot of small farming communities, none of which really have names. They're just patches of houses and farmers. You make your way back. Conveniently, just as your food begins to run out, you make it back to Summergrass.
Oh.
Even our leftover flank?
Even your leftover flank.
Oh, I better eat that. Oh,
Here, give me some of that.
this was good.
You guys make it back to Summergrass. You make it to the outer gates, the walls that surround the city. Coming into it, you see guards up top watching. There are a couple members of the Iron Watch are in front of the one of the sets of the main gates that lead into the city. They don't give you guys any trouble as you're coming in. They just seem to regard you, really. They don't.
They said, the guards said to leave the horses somewhere, didn't they?
They said to leave them with the Amberwood Company and instruct them to take
Okay.
them, have them sent back, and that
Gotcha.
they would make their way back. And there is a wagon company that is situated outside the gates, the one that Miriam had gone to see before. So if you want to leave them there, that is somewhere you already know about.
Goodbye, Stride.
It was a good run, Peanut.
You guys are going to go ahead and
Thanks,
leave.
Molly.
You guys are going to go ahead and leave the horses there then?
Yeah.
All right.
The highest
I nod.
standard has to deliver them what they say.
I nod,
Goodbye,
I nod at my horse.
Moriarty.
And you
I
bring-
do that nod as you go, like you leave someone, just like horse.
Oh my
Horse just goes,
God.
nods. Squint.
Secretly loves horse.
Horse does a squinty nod back at you.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that if you were to ever actually get a horse, you just name it Horse.
Look at the
Yeah.
horse. It's got an
I
eye
feel like
patch
that's
now.
Vogan.
Oh, Vogan.
Next time you see the horse, it has a hood like you.
I'm going to buy this horse.
All right.
No one
Assuming
will know who you are, horse.
now, I also
just
assume,
be
but
the
would
only
like to
horse.
confirm that you guys all take your individual precautions against detection of your races whenever you're in Summergrass.
Yeah, I'd like to hide the
Yeah.
fact that I'm a human.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm good.
You borrow Fenris's
Yeah.
foundation.
Oh my God.
Quick, make me elf.
I feel like that's
Oh, yeah.
somehow racist.
Oh yeah, and just so you know, I've basically got disguise self up like all the time.
I had assumed that in particular.
Cool. Most only difference would be I'm just making my eyes look black instead of red for the sake
Oh,
of...
well, who are you hiding from?
Yeah. What are you doing?
This is out of character. You shut up. You know nothing.
What?
He's just talking to
I
his
really don't.
All right. Summergrass. As you guys enter into the city, just a reminder of how it is. You guys enter into the main chunk of the city where most of the business is done. It is separated, as you guys remember, into the Electri District, which is where many of the half-elves and druidic races live/are forced to live, and the Platinum District, where royalty, well-off merchants live, as well as the High Lord of the city. You guys have been given a pass previously that if you wanted to be escorted to the Amberwick Company's headquarters in the Platinum District, you can be. You just need to
I
talk to
pulled
someone
that out
at
of
the
my
gates.
armor.
Luck, you find that hasn't been stolen, so that's cool.
Good.
Beyond that, your previously places you guys are previously familiar with in the city are the unnamed food market, the Dragging Dagger, and the Flumpster Klein, which is what the place where you guys ate at was called.
I'll turn to the others and I'll be like, "Are we all wanting to go and speak with this man?"
I don't know, we should get it done as fast as we can so we can figure out where Dr. Southwester is.
Only seems prudent.
Just making sure, because I know that some people like their privacy.
Lyra,
Ridiculous.
after you guys are well into the city. It's oh yeah, I gotta put the days forward. One sec. Gotta make sure we keep track of how many days have passed. Heckin'.
Why?
It is now the 29th.
Why?
We'll say it's noon, the 29th. So we'll say it's 1 p.m. As you guys are deciding on this, you're effectively on the edge of the Golden Gleam Bazaar, the large collection of shops and whatnot that is at the center of the city. Lyra, as you guys are talking, speaks up. She's like, "Is that something you're going to be needing me for?"
Not particularly. If you have something better to go and do.
I've got no immediate connection to Kyverium. I was thinking I could get on information gathering now that we have this little system of ours going.
Of course.
Is there anything you want me to keep my ear to the ground about in particular?
Could you look into one thing for me? We've been gone for a week or so. Could you keep your ear down here to the ground for a potentially unmanned horse that might have came into the city?
You want me to look for like a horse that wandered into the
It's a big
city?
horse, a war horse.
You want me to look out for a horse that wandered into the city and is like wandering around on its own?
No, I just wanted to see if you could potentially see if anyone saw it, but never mind.
No, I could. Absolutely, I could try. Beyond that, I'll try to find information regarding Murkwire's connections in the city. I'd rather not meet anybody high up in the Amberwick Company currently, just in case. It might be better if they don't know some of the people that you have helping you.
If you wouldn't mind, could you also keep your ear out for anything regarding Messite?
Messite? Sure, if there's any news about
Indeed.
that gemstone, then absolutely. Is there anything in particular you want me to try to find?
Out of character, like, we don't know very much about Messite, right?
From what you know,
Like,
Messite
right
is a pretty mysterious gemstone. The breadth of knowledge about Messite is effectively, occasionally veins of it are found in the ground, usually at the site of memory plague geysers, where the miasma comes from. Nobody knows where it comes from. All they know is that it's connected to the memory plague, and if you're around it, you tend to get amnesis, and when it's around people that are currently being affected, it lets out a very soft glow, usually. Most people think that the crystal's stealing memories from people. Beyond that, it's one of those things where a lot of people know about it, but there's not a lot of information, period, that exists. So
He can maybe ask if there's ever been recently a big ship, a big chunk of it gone missing or stolen or something. Or missing.
Yeah. If there's any word of any large amounts of it being moved, or just any particular bits of information that isn't widely known about how it works, that would be amazing.
all right. From what I understand of it, not a lot of people tend to trade in Messite. It's incredibly dangerous to make into a weapon, or to keep around, but it's possible some people might have been transferring it to research it, so absolutely. I can keep my ear to the ground and report back about anything. Where should I find you if I find anything?
I'm guessing we'll probably head back to the guild.
Dragging dagger.
Would make the most sense.
All right. And if you need to find me, just look for noise.
Just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't
How do
you?
we
Okay.
look for noise?
I can find her if I need to.
She gives you a little nod and a point, finger guns. You know what's up. A large part of her information gathering is going to be inciting celebration where she can and trying to get people in a more amicable mood to give her information. So,
Just bars. Check bars.
Bars. What am here?
you underestimate her, good sir.
She doesn't have to she doesn't have to go to any bars. She's busy dropping bars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Anywhere's a bar if you drink hard enough.
Bars, man.
All right, she is going to see you guys off. And she's going to head out
Bye.
into the city on her own. She takes her large violin case, of infinite alcohol, as we've decided.
Goodbye, wine. I'm kidding.
And she is going to go try to find anything related to Murkwire in the city. Beyond that, yeah, she doesn't really have anything to leave with you guys or anything, so she's out of there.
I'm guessing as soon as she's gone, we'll just try to find some sort of a guard or someone in the Platinum District to show the thing to and ask for directions or for an escort.
Yep. Are you all on board with doing that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. As you guys head towards the Platinum District, there is a secondary set of fortress walls within the city. They are much better cared for than the previous ones. Upon inspection, it looks... Does anybody have proficiency with history?
Maybe? I think
Anyone that
so.
has
I do!
Anyone who has proficiency with
expertise.
history, go ahead and roll it.
Hiya!
Expertise?
Ooh!
Maybe not expertise, but
Time
I
cleric.
have pretty good. Yeah.
It's a time cleric thing. Do you have expertise?
We got it pretty
One sec.
good.
Yeah, you got expertise with history, Brad. Yeah, you
We
guys
the
roll.
history boys.
As you guys are wandering towards it and you see these walls, you all recall information you've gotten previously. These walls are of a different sort of stone, a much more like ivory-looking stone. There are old designs that they look like they were made by much more skilled artisans than the walls of the rest of the city. You guys recall information that the Platinum District is actually what the original city was. It was originally a very elitist, effectively large palace that was owned by some of the early people that started the city, and the rest of the city sprang up around it. So when you look into it, it effectively looks like a city made by a different culture. And whenever I say look into it, you guys come to one of the two large gates that leads into the Platinum District, and you are immediately stopped by guards who are wearing not better armor, but clearly much more intricate armor of a higher status.
I will dig out the invitation.
Yeah, you would recognize them. They are the Platinum Watch. They are the Iron Watch of the Platinum District. Complicated, I know. As you go up, yeah, they walk up to you guys.
Stand down.
What business do you have here?
We have an invitation to go and meet with someone. Perhaps you can look this over?
Certainly. He holds his hand over the document.
Hands it off.
Looks at it for a second. All right. So you want to go to see Edragan at the Amberwick Company, then? You understand that you can't wander around the Platinum District, right?
Is there a reason?
It's where all the most important people in the city live. People are only allowed in there if they've proven themselves, purchased land, or are an influence on the city to begin with. If you want to go in and you're not a resident, you're going to need to be escorted to where you're going and escorted out.
Just kind of like looks them over. So the most powerful people in the city can't even be talked to or asked or talked or been around the people of the outer city.
Oh, there's frequently councils and public forums for them to talk to people, and if they request an audience with Lord Morian, then people can have it, as long as it's set up through the right channels. That's what pieces of paper like the one you've just given me is. But to be fair, you don't live here, I take it.
No.
You don't look the type. I definitely would have.
We are the highest standard, a guild. My name is Quintus Valorbilt of House Valorbilt.
He puts his hand out to you.
Takes it.
Takes it. Very nice to meet you. Don't meet many knights around here. But no, this city's mostly run by its wealthiest sort. So, as far as electoral purposes go and government purposes, it's mostly left to the merchants who keep the city alive. That may seem not great to you. It may seem like it's exclusionary from the outside, but for the most part, it's worked pretty well.
Everything works pretty well until it doesn't. Don't worry, we'll stay within the boundaries of the law.
But you do consent to the escort, then?
Of course.
Right. I'll send for someone to come and get you. It'll just be a few minutes.
Thank you very much.
And he goes, he talks to one of the other guards that are there who look like they're of a slightly lower station, sends them off. They They head in. They nod to the lot of you rather respectfully, and then they head farther in. He retakes his position at the entrance at one side of the gate that leads to the inside of the Platinum District.
Does he keep the paper or does he hand it back to me?
He would have given that back to you.
Okay.
You are effectively given permission. As long as Edrigan doesn't, like, recall that or put any news out that you're not to be let in, you can use that to get to and from him whenever you want.
Gotcha. I'm going to actually mark it down in my inventory then, because I honestly thought it was stolen.
Nope, Murkwire has no intention of visiting Edrigan. He just walks, like the large obsidian dragonborn walks up, towering over the guard, hands them the piece of paper. Okay.
I just want to talk.
All right. Well,
I
it
just
is
wanna
the
talk.
law.
How do you
then.
spell Edrigan?
Edrigan.
on your
I have it
location.
written down here. Edregan.
Yeah.
Got it.
Eventually, assuming that you guys don't get into any hijinks in the meantime,
Light everything on fire.
All right.
Well,
Kitty, not again!
Every time.
Mario.
Ain't I a stinker?
Some other guards eventually come to find you guys, and they are accompanied by... One second. Heckin'... Oh, right. They are accompanied by someone that you guys have seen before in passing. They are accompanied by Edrigan's secretary, who was present with her at Fort Deepwell very briefly. You didn't catch her name, you didn't really talk to her all that much. Boof, we have art for her now, since she's going to be showing up more than a few
Why
times.
didn't we?
She's beautiful.
My God.
I think I need to change my line of work.
she's so cute.
Have I mentioned I'm looking for a wife? I'm kidding.
To every woman you've met, yes.
Well, I
And
didn't.
some
I
men.
apparently didn't to her. Anyway.
As you, she comes to find you guys, a couple Platinum Watch guards with her. Gets to about midway on the gateway between the two, and she looks at a lot of you, puts her hand out to you, effectively beckoning you through the gates into the Platinum District.
Looks to the guard.
Already there.
Excuse us.
Hello.
Hello.
Have you all finished your business then with Kyverium? You got back a lot faster than we thought you would.
We're actually here on an extension of the situation.
Yes, we'd like to speak with Edrigan, if possible.
Certainly. Is there anything I should know ahead of time?
No, it shouldn't be anything too different.
Is there anything that you'd like? I could send word ahead and have any food or whatnot brought to you. Brought to the Amberwick Company before you get there.
Potentially a nice roast.
That might be a bit hard to prepare on short notice. Are you planning on staying a while?
No, I'm just playing around. We need to get back to the guild after we speak with him.
And she nods.
All right.
Follow me. And she turns around, starts walking, leading the way. The other guards stay behind the lot of you guys, with her leading the way. As you walk through, you see, you guys are mostly new to the city. Even if any of you had ever been to this city before, you never would have been inside. There is, and I described this to you briefly before, there is one large structure that even from the outside of the Platinum District, you can see elevated. This large, it's not quite a palace, but it is a building of obvious importance. It is about halfway between town hall and palace, and on an elevated cliff within the Platinum District, which you guys would know is where the High Lord lives. It is their residence. The buildings here are mostly 2 or 3 stories compared to outside. You see a lot of very fancy business signs and whatnot. A lot of effort and money has clearly gone into this place. You see art installments as you walk by, statues of former merchants and heroes, large sections of like gardens and water gardens that are there just for the purposes of making this place look better. What languages do you guys all speak? Do any of you speak Dwarven?
Dwarven.
I don't think
Nope.
we ever established my languages. I
Yeah.
have like 3 language slots open.
Do you want to speak Dwarven?
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, let's do those right now. So what do you have for languages? Otherwise, it's going to be the next 3 languages I ask about are going to be the languages.
Yeah, it's fair.
What? Me? No. What?
So, Dwarven.
I have a choice, and then 2 of my choice. So, Celestial. I don't know why. I just like when my
You're a cleric.
characters speak it. And oh man, what's another language?
I mean, Dwarvish would be one of.
Oh, she already chose Dwarvish.
Yeah, I had 3 language
Undercommon.
slots.
You probably already know Elvish. You could
I
do
do. I haven't to yet.
Primordial.
Yeah.
You could do Gnomish, Halfling.
Draconic, since we're going and talking to a big dragonborn boy.
Do the Kitsadria have a language?
They do. But I'm
Yeah.
going to say you
I
wouldn't know how to
wouldn't know
speak
that
that.
one. No.
Kind of like how Halfling is really hard to learn unless you're a Halfling.
It's like you've met one ever, and there's no
Yeah.
one else to learn it from. And besides,
So
the
let's speak
Kitsadria
as
language
Ranson.
is more what they speak when they're foxes.
Can
like
I
their
speak
chirps
bear?
and barks. You cannot speak bear.
I guess infernal.
Celestial and
weird?
infernal.
Perfect.
Well,
You
fucking
know,
talk to
you
all
study-
the things.
Well, in case they're trying to fuck me up, at least
Okay.
I know what they're trying to say.
So since we're saying you can speak Dwarvish, as you look to the walls that surround this place, you see a lot of large, ornate writing. That most of it is effectively poetry. That seems like it was written in the hand of an elf, but written in Dwarvish. And a lot of it seems to allude to some great union a long, long, long time ago where this city, the Platinum District, was built by both elves and dwarves before elves became greatly distrusted
Yeah.
in the country.
This really cracks her up. She thinks that's the funniest shit ever!
In effect, the history of this city is written on the walls of the Platinum District. But as
Very
you guys eventually come to one of these smaller houses, it looks like it's more, well, not houses, it looks like it's a warehouse. For the most part, it's a building with, you see carriages coming and going to it. There's a very large open space, clearly for packages and wagons and whatnot to come into, get loaded up and take off. And you see the Amberwick Company's logo on the front. And I'm just gonna go, apparently I didn't tie it onto there because I'm a fucking fool.
I can mutter something about elves
Something,
and
something. I should have been
dwarves
more
irony.
Something.
Mutter.
I should be fired.
You can't be fired, you're the DM.
I can fire me.
Oh
True.
my.
Aaron can fire him. As we all know, Aaron is the one that makes all the rules and it's the
Entering into the main area of the Amberwick company building, you see there's one large open area with a desk that is currently unmanned that you would assume that the secretary would sit at. She directs you guys inside and then turns to the lot of you and like, if you could just proceed that way and down the hall, there's a very large waiting area that we normally reserve for guests and meetings. If it's okay with you, could you meet there and I'll have Edrigan come see you in a second?
Thank you very much.
Alright.
You hear clamoring and lifting of boxes and like the grunts of people. You see a metal door to this place where all that noise is coming from. You figure it is likely the warehouse where everything is loaded onto carriages and whatnot. You guys proceed into a large room that has several sofas, a large table. It's very long. There's a window and several paintings set up, and plenty of sitting space for you guys. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're waiting?
Is our escort waiting for us in the room with us, or are they waiting at like a front
The Platinum Watch would have waited outside.
You mean the Iron Watch?
No, I don't.
The Iron Platinum Watch.
Yeah.
No, because the Platinum Watch are the ones that look over
They're the
Platinum
Iron
District.
Watch of the Platinum District.
Yeah, as I
It's
said
more
earlier.
Oh. I thought they were whatever.
Since everybody, since we're all seemingly together in here, Quintus is going to look around and Gonna see. He's gonna do something. It's gonna fail immediately, but he's gonna do something.
Oh.
Interesting.
This place! It's so small and not the place to talk to somebody in. As soon as he gets here, I'm going to ask that we talk in time private. Looks back over to the others, winks.
What are you doing?
Why are you winking?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
This place is very big.
I don't get it.
Why are you winking?
There's something in my eye.
Okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. That's gone.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't think the bit landed.
You okay,
like-
big guy?
Oh.
Come here.
Just like goes over to Miriam, just like Kitty, or just like very low, like Kitty. I can't do these things. Can you make it seem like we have a reason to go and leave and talk to him from a more private area? You know?
Sure. Who do you want? You want everybody?
No. I mean, whenever Edrigan gets here, so we can go off somewhere else and talk. Like when he gets, can you make it like a fuss or something, or make me have a fuss, or say that I'm upset, or do something believable? I trust you. He's basically asking if they can go and talk to Edrigan in a more private area and not here, because he knows that Edrigan said that there are people that aren't what he can trust around potentially.
What you guys whispering about?
It's just the decoration.
Is
I was just
there
getting
something-
he had a little bit of hair in his eye. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Are you jealous?
Of hair in his eye? Why?
No, just proximity. You know, sometimes it's fun to have hugs.
It is fun to have hugs.
You should hug Fanny.
Okay. Hugs Phineas.
Nice.
Smiling ear to ear.
After some time passes, you guys hear the sounds of doors closing in the distance. Down the hallway and into the area that you guys are in walks my boy Edrigan.
Hell yeah.
Looks as before. Looks like not that he's in any rush to get away from any of you, but you get the distinct aura of someone that really needs to get back to work immediately. Enters the room with him.
Legolas looking motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
The decor is just looks at Kitty.
He walks in, looks to all
I
of
don't
you.
mean to keep you, Mr. Vermont, but is there anywhere more private we could speak?
More private than here? I can't imagine why.
We just assume there may be many prying ears.
The only other employees that are here currently are, well, they're in the warehouse, and that's on the other side of... We should be fine.
Oh, okay, sorry. The decorations are fine. Lovely, even.
Oh.
His
Like
secretary...
she's looking around the room like, what?
Secretary walks in after him. She has a large ledger with her now and appears to just be taking notes and writing things as soon as he's present. Right, so he sits down, folds his hands. I trust you've concluded your business then.
Not even close.
What do you mean?
Complications.
We made contact with this
significant.
Merkwire.
We could be up.
That's a
We were-
generous way of putting it.
We
yes.
were ambushed and left for dead after a week of being potentially, well, tortured.
They knew to expect us.
Right. So, despite the fact that we kept this to as few people as possible, they still managed to intercept it somehow. I was wondering
Not
what
only
had
that-
happened when none of the other people that were sent had come back.
Not only that, but upon us waking up and going back to the fort, we found out something very horrendous.
Is that what you needed to talk to Kyverium about?
We were hoping
wish we
we could help
could.
find him. Dr. Kyverium allegedly received a letter from us during the period of time that we don't have much memory, and left the fort.
It was apparently delivered by your Amberwood company.
Right, because you told me to.
Hmm?
Looks at Aristo.
Oh, what? We told you to?
Slow turn.
How long ago?
Diane, could you... Specific dates, please. Right,
What's her name?
Her name is Diane.
Her
Get
name is
over
Diane.
it.
I'm sorry, my brain just malfunctioned for a minute. Okay, we're good.
She has claim to that name, Logan.
Apparently.
Sorry, that took me out of the moment.
I was talking to the others last night about if I thought what you would do when I said that.
It's fine, I don't care.
It's Diane with two N's though, because it's like the fantasy name version of Diane.
So she's special.
I see.
She's not like the other girl. She's quirky.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
She starts
Diane's
flipping.
rolling in her
She
grave.
starts flipping through pages in the ledger that she.
Sorry.
She starts slipping through pages in the ledger that she has, and she's like, on the 19th of June, Aristo came here. He asked that we set up a meeting outside the Platinum District, and we did. He dictated a letter that we had copied down, and we had that sent to Kyverium.
Well, that's
This was after we had set out, then.
What?
And
Indeed.
you're sure that this was definitely this exact Aristo?
Look the same, yeah. I mean, obviously I can't be... Yes.
What did Aristo say whenever he came back? We were under a mission from you. Did you not have any questions?
We had asked how things were going, and Aristo, you had said that there were complications, and that you couldn't say much more, and you had to keep it to as few people as possible, that there was research involving Messite that had to be seen to. You said dictating the letter was the most you were willing to do, and we...
Do you
had
have
no
a copy of the letter?
Well, we don't have a copy of it, but, looks over to Diane. I could remember it, and I could write it out for you again.
Please.
I've
That
got
would be
it.
most helpful.
This sounds like magic.
We were indisposed for that week. If Aristo came here, it was not of his own will.
Or it possibly was that Cassandra.
That's true. We are really good at making ourselves not look like ourselves, so...
Blasted shapeshifters.
We
And I
were
can't
assaulted
imagine
by
Aristo
this
looking at
Merkwire
us.
as well as a
So-
woman. Okay.
Just to hold up a second. You're good at making you not look like yourselves? Lexi.
I done fucked up!
Turn head to Lexi.
I thought I'd be the one!
Immediately steps forward.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
Is there something wrong?
You... Correct me if I'm wrong, but you just insinuated that you are a Cassandria. Did you not?
Maybe.
You, one of the people who went on the mission to try to go after the bandit lord who is said to be allied with the Cassandria, on a mission where there was no possible leaks. You claim to be a Cassandria.
Oh, I see what picture you're painting here, but I
How
have to
about you
say
give
I'm
us that
complete-
letter
Yeah, I don't know what
instead
he's
of
saying.
asking these questions?
I don't really get what he's saying.
He's implying that you're the...
Scandal, I think was her name.
Yeah, there was another one. Her name was Scandal, and she was horrible.
Heckin' Diane perks up. I'm sure that Edrican doesn't mean any disrespect, but this is something that hadn't come forward before, and based off of our current information, it certainly seems like that would make you someone that might be the mole, at least in this specific situation. So, pardon us.
A man is missing.
Yes. A man that was allied with us before you. We would appreciate if your aggressive tone could perhaps subside. It is in our best interest as the Amberwick Company to make sure that we're not continuing to give information to people who might be against us.
We were all left for dead inside of a pile of corpses.
So you
Not
say.
to mention
Lexi was there as well.
Not to
I can
mention there was
assure you.
absolutely no time for her to become allied with them. She's been with me since we left the temple.
You
To be fair, they don't. They
have
can't
no way to
take
trust
our
that.
word.
Yes, you're telling us about your history, and I would normally believe you, but why do I have any reason to? Why? Please try to see this from my perspective. The lot of you might be working together with Murkwire. You.
I have a very good reason to kill him. He has something of mine.
We will give you the letter on the basis of that if, in fact, you were our enemy, coming in here, dictating it to us, having Kyverium sent away, and then coming back and asking for the letter again would be very strange behavior. You already know what the letter says. If you are the ones who indeed took it.
It would be strange or foolish.
I don't want to
Indeed,
jump to
we would have nothing to
conclusions.
gain from such a ploy.
Well, if you... Indeed. Which is why, Diane, could you please copy down the letter? Redictate it, please. She nods. She heads off to another room. I do not like casting mistrust. So I apologize for the situation. But may I ask why a Kitsordria is interested in this to begin with?
Well, I'm helping Fenris with the whole amnesis thing, and I was honestly looking for other Kitsadria because I've only ever known another one, and I heard that they were working with them. So, you know.
I'm gonna have Edrigan roll insight.
I am
Actually, roll me
actually
persuasion.
curious
That's the
at
better way to go
myself
about
right
this.
now.
Roll persuasion.
like, genuinely. That was so fucking dumb of me.
No.
Persuasion?
Bibi.
Yeah.
Bibi.
Yeah.
It's,
no.
it's
that was...
definitely in character for Lexi.
It's not, though, because she's a... Fuck, no, I really fucked up. Persuasion? Yeah? Fuck.
I
Okay.
believe in you, Lexi.
Great,
trick
she's got a
there.
0 to it, so you shouldn't.
Well, I do.
Hey!
You can
Kill
see.
me.
You can see a
Kill me
desire.
and make a fucking scarf out of me.
You
Do
can
it.
see that he seems to be reaching to want to believe you. You know that Edrigan is an advocate for the equal treatment of people, so especially in this situation, he's looking for the best from you, but you can tell that there's just too much information that is nebulous. He very much can't take you at face value just because you say so.
Yeah.
Do you have access to any kind of magics that allow us to tell the truth?
I could hire the services of someone to cast a zone of truth, if that's what you mean. Something to that effect?
If you want
insist.
to do that, if you
I can do that.
yeah, we have nothing to hide. Well,
Ha.
nothing to hide, but
We all
nothing to
have
hide regarding this situation.
Exactly.
Might be a waste of time, though.
Right.
It would be.
I tell you what. This is what I'm willing to do. Like I said, it's not going to behoove you very much to just come here and get more information that you'd given to us in the first place. So, I assume that you're going to try to retrieve Kyverium. Is that your current goal?
Yes.
We at least want to know where he went.
If you get him back, then I will hire services to have a Zone of Truth cast, and we can talk again then. And in that situation, I will believe whatever comes of it. In the meantime, you try to get Kyverium back. The main issue here is if someone did in fact impersonate Aristo, that means that whoever this is has decided to no longer sit by and watch us try to solve the problem. They got rid of Kyverium because they think that us sending you was a great enough threat.
While probably inevitable, his absence from the fort allowed, 14, 12 men to worsen, and they were unfortunately lost.
Did you uncover any information regarding his tactics? How he manages to keep himself hidden from us?
Believe we uncovered one very important thing. Murkwire has an enormous blade made entirely of mesite. I believe he's using that to steal the memories of those he attacks.
Right. That would certainly explain why a lot of the people that come back from the deliveries don't remember anything. Well, that's better than nothing. Although, that also means that he could have decided to take Kyverium. Because Kyverium is researching that. He might try to use him as a way to buffer himself against the effects of his own weapon.
Whatever he's using him for, it doesn't really matter. We still have to get him back.
Right. Preferably before the election.
Election? Were we told about an election?
We were.
It had been mentioned, but you guys didn't inquire.
Oh, okay.
Why is
What,
Kyverium?
election?
Why is Kyverium important to this election?
Oh, he's not. But
It looks good with the people to have someone working on a disease that I'm sure caused
yes,
no small amount of unrest.
I have intentionally allied myself with Kyverium because I want his good faith and image to be associated with mine. Currently, I'm an advisor to our current High Lord Morian, and he's a good man, but he's done about all that he can for the druidic races of the city. I'm hoping to be elected as the High Lord in the upcoming election, because I want to make this place better. I want to make it better for the people forced to live in the electorate district, in particular. And I'm thinking...
When is the election?
The election? It's going to be next month.
Potentially have until next month to get him back.
It can be delayed.
But...
With the way things work here, it's more a matter of Lord Morian is looking to retire, and whenever one of our lords here decides to step down is when we hold another one, so he has the ability to call it whenever he wishes to. But I wouldn't ask him... It wouldn't look very good if I approached him, and I asked him to delay it because I didn't think that conditions were favorable for me.
Certainly not a good look, no.
We'll see what the letter said. Hopefully, wherever he's gone is at least within a month's travel.
That's actually part of the problem. If I remember correctly where he was going, it's a bit of a trip. At this point, Diane returns, carrying a piece of paper. All right, I've rewritten it based on my memory of it, which I guarantee to you is entirely correct. Which should I give it to, assuming that we're still... She looks over to Edrigan. Yes, we're still going to work with them. All right. Who wants it?
May I see that?
Yeah. Heckin' gives it over to you.
I wanna read it over and see if I can get the sense of, like, this is the way I would have written something.
A lot of it seems blunt. You can come to your own conclusions, but a lot of it seems like static information.
Let's see.
What's it say?
It's a little dull for my taste. Certainly didn't get the prose right.
So you didn't write it.
Well, I should say I would have been a little more flowery about it if I'd had my way. Seems like someone's definitely trying to pretend to be me, and not very well.
What does it say?
What does it say?
Well, Izzy, tell us what it says.
What is it
go ahead,
there?
Izzy.
I can't read it.
As you say that, you can't read it? Oh, did it come across? Did it unidentify in your inventory or something?
Oh, you sent it to my inventory.
Yep. As you say that and as you stop, Diane perks up anyways. Kyverium, we cannot inform you as to why, but we need you to come to see us in Ridgemont. The situation with the bandits is more complicated than we thought. We had to sneak away and have informed Edrigan to not let anyone know we survived our ambush on our own ambush. The bandit lord thinks us dead. Make your way to Ridgemont by any means necessary and meet us in a room at the Restful Flounder. Ask the innkeeper for a deeply restful room with a view of the beach. He'll know where to refer you. Tell no one you had been contacted by us unless necessary, and come alone unless you must bring others. Signed, collectively, by the highest standard. Of course, it was only signed by Aristo, and technically by me because I had to write it because you only decided to dictate it and didn't seem to want to write it yourself. But that's what you told me to write.
So my signature is on this. Does it look like my handwriting?
It looks like a very, very, very fancy signature that is not yours. But it is cursive out the wazoo.
Oh.
There's like little fucking smiley faces in the cursive, and
Hell
Oh my god.
Well,
a little fox in there.
I can see why they would have thought I'd sign it this way.
Ridgemont, it says. How far away is that?
Diane leaves the room. One moment.
Okay, bye.
She's probably going to get a map.
Depending on how we travel, it could take a while.
Fairly far to the west, if I remember correctly.
I have the map up. I'm just.
Oh, that's why my stuff is fucking slowing down, because y'all are pulling up the map. I'm like, why?
I've had the map. I've had the map up since the beginning of the game.
Yeah. She
don't mean to be presumptive, but are there teleportation services available in the city?
Here?
Could be something to look into if we're looking to get him back before the month is out.
Magic at that level is not, it's not generally permitted outside the royal family and those associated with them. And I'm not speaking about the High Lord here, I'm speaking about the Retian royal family in Heaven's Jaw. Some services like that are available, such as at the Temple of the Summer Sky, but that's farther away than Ridgemont is.
Alright.
Sorry.
It's worth a thought.
Other parts of the country, other parts of the continent do have magic like that, but we're very close here to the Temple of the Summer Sky and the Academy, and as such, we try not to dabble in magic that is too powerful.
How fast could one of your carriages get us there?
Under a week.
That's good.
It is very far to the west. Ridgemont is a town built into, as its name implies, the side of a mountain. It did seem like an odd place to send Kyverium, especially on his own. It's also not
if
a
we
very
can get us there
important-
within a week, then that's preferable for us and for you.
It's also not a particularly interesting place. It's just a common town. There's nothing particularly special about it. I mean, I've heard rumors about the mountains that are there, but beyond that, there's...
What about the mountains?
Some kind of, He starts snapping his fingers. What is it? Not the kind of thing I believe in. Diane, there is a sort of supernatural fortune teller that lives in the mountains there, named the Silver Esper. But, we don't tend to put much stock in things that we can't make a business out of, so unfortunately that's all I know of them. the Silver Esper is not something we're concerned with. And it's certainly not, it's not interesting about the town, it's the mountains beyond the town.
Is this another road that you're having trouble with as far as your deliveries are concerned, or?
What you saying, Carrie?
She's like whispering to Fenris. She's like, Fenris,
Yeah.
Fenris, the letter that I got said something about the Esper knowing something.
Carrie, can you not whisper so I can hear?
Okay.
Stage whisper.
Fucking, I'm trying to. I'm sorry. Okay, fucking, she's just like whispering about how the letter that she got, that she read to everybody, fucking said something about the Esper. Fucking, what was it? Sin, mother, granny, liver stick, the Esper knows. And I told all of you about that, so...
Interesting.
Yeah.
That side
not
conversation on the side, you had asked if they were
Hey.
having trouble doing business with them?
Yeah.
No, not...
Because he'd been having the other route that he went on was attacked by bandits a lot, so he just wanted to see if this is one.
No, actually, that side of the country's fine. It's mostly whenever we try to operate up to the north or into the Catmoss. That's when Murkwire tends to give us trouble.
So, assuming that we're still under some sort of good terms, could it be possible for us to get a carriage to that place?
Yeah, we don't really trade that much with Ridgemont. They're pretty self-contained. We do... Until recently, we traded with Harproth, which is a town between here and there. Actually, Diane, did we not have a issue there? She nods. I'll address that afterwards. We could lend a carriage to you and you could use it as you want to. We don't expect you to return it. It doesn't have to be a trade one. For the sake of getting Kyverium back, we'd go to great lengths. In fact, I'd be willing to send some supplies with you. And we are on good terms. I just need some proof that our suspicions are unfounded.
We will bring you proof. We will bring a lot of proof.
Indeed. Very sorry for any trouble we may have caused.
No, I didn't.
Especially me, even if it was only my image being used.
I must
Apologize
say,
all the
you
same.
were much more chipper and engaging whenever you came in here to dictate the letter. So that's certainly different.
Interesting to note. Thank you.
It's hard to know who to trust when your memories are your enemy's weapon.
So,
If there's any way to do anything, then I'd like to be able to clear our names. I don't like that there are suspicions.
So
In
there's
fact-
2 days to get here. What?
In fact, he digs into his armor and takes out the invitation. He's going to hand it back to Edrigan.
I'm afraid if we're going to continue working together, you're going to need to keep that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come out of the Platinum District every time we want to talk, and that's a bit inconvenient.
I was going to say, until we bring back Kyverium, we won't need this.
If you don't come back, then it won't be an issue for me. Look,
Shrugs.
you should
Fair.
keep it. You should keep it. I'm willing to meet with you whenever I have to. If you want to prove yourself, though, then there is one errand that you could run for us. It's on your way, as I was mentioning. Harproth, there's a blacksmith there that we used to give materials to. And not that long ago, we sent out a transport. And nothing came back. No payment, the materials didn't come back. Our courier, Flensky, he went and disappeared. If you could maybe look into that on your way there, if you could either retrieve the materials that we sent or get our payment, I would consider that to be doing us a favor. And
We'll look into it.
not only that, but we had registered that with the Dragging Dagger for any adventurers that wanted to do that, so you could also claim the reward for it as well.
We'll stop by there and make sure that they know that we're on the case.
In that case, I'll send word ahead that you're to be given whatever transport you need to get to Ridgemont.
and I sincerely hope that you bring back Kyverium. Make sure you keep the letter. It has some sort of I'm not sure what the phrase that you're supposed to talk to that innkeeper is about, but be careful.
You had mentioned supplies.
Right. You'll need travel supplies, rations, potions, things of that nature. Right? It's much more of a trip than I sent you on last time. Actually, tell you what. Why don't we report your former quest as complete to the Dragging Dagger, and you can use the money from that to purchase whatever you need.
Quintus looks uncomfortable for that. My honor is my life.
We'll take it.
That would be lovely. Thank you for the offer.
I don't know.
Shut up.
That would be lovely. Thank you for the offer.
Pat, 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 pat.
Right. Then, Diane, could you write up a letter in my hand for them to take with them to tell the Dragging Dagger that we write off on that quest and it's been completed? She nods and she takes off again.
But guys,
What? Shut up.
Consider this an investment to honor in the future. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. I'm not happy either.
I need to become more anxious.
Immediately stops patting. All right, you win this one.
Look at you coming out of your shell. Good job.
as soon as the patting's over.
All right.
I'll be right back.
And with that, I'm gonna try and leave.
Alrighty.
Wait, no, don't go.
If
We all have to leave together. We're gonna make friends with the guards outside. Come back.
Yes, if you're going to leave, please leave with the Platinum Watch. They have to escort you out. Otherwise, you will be immediately considered criminals.
I shall wait at the door.
Criminal?
I mean, normally there'd be some leniency, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, but looks at Fenris. There are some.
So it's not usual that someone
The
would be
exact
considered
things
criminal.
that I wish to expunge from this city would become an issue for you, I'm afraid.
I'm used to them.
Are you able to keep that under wraps? Lexi.
Look, I was gonna say, because he looked at Fenris. Yeah, I'm not sure I can. But looks at Lexi. Having a Cassandria helping us might be a good edge, and if it turns out that you are not working for the bandits, I have no reason at all to make that public. It is your personal business.
I'm sorry that I was disagreeable whenever she revealed that. I didn't mean to be angry.
I disagree, but go off.
You can get a little
Don't
protective.
apologize.
No,
I
apologize.
understand.
Probably not.
Forgive us if we seem like we're prying. We wouldn't care if this wasn't so closely tied to our own affairs.
This is
One
a very
has to-
troubling situation. For all involved.
Agreed.
I understand.
And
Agreed.
with the election coming up, I fear that the situation with the bandit may influence the way that some people decide to vote. Specifically, the vote is done among the merchant lords in the city. And the bandits have been hampering my business, and my business is largely for some of the other merchant lords in that I transport their goods and their wares.
By my honor, if he is in that town, I will bring him back as quickly as possible.
Thank you. I'm more getting at that we need to get rid of the bandit lord as quickly as possible as well, because there have been whispers that some people think that I'm orchestrating this whole thing as a lie.
Oh, believe me, he will be taken care of swiftly as well.
Many of the other merchant lords are starting to suspect that I am trying to sabotage their businesses. And that is not going to help me become the face of this city. So.
Politics.
Politics.
However, if you do manage to do a lot of good, and then you vouch for me as well, then this whole thing could leave me better off than I was to begin with. In theory.
Mm-hmm.
You can count on us.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Kitty, we're raising the standard here.
The one that got burned, big guy?
I'm gonna take care of that as soon as I can.
Wow.
You know how I feel about that, Kitty. I'm kidding.
We will always seek to uphold the highest standard. We failed to do so once. We'll try.
Is there a
not to do so
tailor? He
next
just looks back. Is there a tailor I can go see?
Yes. If you need, if you're in a good city for that kind of thing, if you need something made.
Good. I need it. I feel so naked.
Also,
Looks
do you,
to his spear.
if you need to be pointed in any particular direction regarding anything that you might want to sell, I assume that you lost most of your money to the bandits, then I could perhaps give you a few names to go see.
We actually came back with a lot more than we had before.
Really?
Any trades in gemstones would be helpful.
Gemstones?
I've got
Yeah.
a pile of them.
You're going to want to go see, it's just outside the Platinum District. It's called the Gilded Edge. It's run by a woman named, Vorticia.
That's French.
It is. Except it's not, because French doesn't exist.
It's
It's
Elvish.
celestial.
It's Motian.
Ooh. Exotic.
I gotta get used to this dialect being in this new country. I feel like a tourist.
Kitty, let's get pictures taken of us outside of everything.
She's,
Oh my god.
You'll probably get the best from her. She's one of the lesser merchant lords here in the city. And she deals with most gem trade. Anything else?
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
When it comes to sales, I don't think we have anything else we're looking to get off of our backs just yet. Nope. Sounds quiet to me.
How about that bag?
Turns to Aristo. Is he referring to Aristo's bag? Because I think he's referring to Aristo's
Yep,
bag.
he's looking at Aristo. How about that bag?
What about
Okay,
it?
Meg.
Well, it's very decorative. And you didn't have it before. If you need money, then I would assume you'd want to sell it. I think I've seen a bag like that before, actually.
You didn't have that bag before.
Well, obviously, that person was impersonating him.
It was in my backpack before. I recently decided to pull it out since we've been carrying so many extra things, thought we might need the extra storage.
A bag
Extra
inside
storage.
a bag.
He like puts his hand over his mouth. Extra storage.
Uh-huh.
I swear
Fucking bag
I've
of
seen.
holding, isn't it? You nut.
Well, in any case, not my business.
Dude, I'm so fucking suspicious of that shit. Like, can I roll for being suspicious as shit of that?
And it sounds perfectly fine to me. I failed the roll.
I will say, roll deception, Aristo.
I mean, yeah.
Because you claimed,
my boy.
based on the fact only that you claimed that you had the bag and that you took it out for that reason. Oh no!
Shit.
Can I roll anything today?
That kind of damn, my boy.
I choose to fail my insight.
Lexi, if you wanna, Lexi and Vogan, you two were suspicious of it. If you wanna roll insight, then
My insights.
obviously, an interplayer roll like this can't tell you specifically what's up, but you can get a pretty
can
strong
get
Isn't allowed to
suspicion.
be raised.
You can
So-
go sus.
Am I not
And
allowed
I
to
have
roll?
advantage because I've spent so long with him.
Yes,
That's fair.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you need advantage to
About right.
beat that.
I mean,
Got him.
It'd be funny if they both got less than that.
you both are very aware that he did not have that bag before, and it's large enough that it probably wouldn't have fit in another bag. So yeah.
Bag in a bag.
Yeah, you can fold it.
A bag inside a bag. I just don't understand that concept.
I've heard they explode.
What? You
Really?
put-
He
You said
just
they
reaches in his backpack, takes out the other bag. Ah!
So normally Lexi would be like, "You lying," but you know,
Oh,
it's
Aaron.
been a horrible meeting for her, so she's not
Because of
saying
what you
anything.
just did, I'm giving
anymore.
Edric an attractive advantage on that thing that he rolled.
Oh shit!
Yep, he knows what it is.
Oh.
The power of meme.
Ah,
Oof.
you heard that they Oh, I can see why you wouldn't want to part with that, actually. Sorry, yeah. Although if you do decide to sell that, I would be willing to pay quite a bit for it.
Well, we'll keep that in mind.
That particular sort of item would be very, very useful to people in my specific line of work.
I can imagine it. Would be. It's a very useful bag. A lot of pockets.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I know what type of bag this is?
Diane returns, hands him a letter and a pen. He signs the letter, and then puts it into an envelope, and he hands it to you guys. Present this to the Warforged that runs the Dragon Dagger. I co-signed on the original bulletin, so I should be able to sign off on it being complete as well. So they will pay
While
you.
all of the talk about Arista was going on, I'm just imagining I'm blinking out of sync, just looking off into the distance.
Now, I don't mean to waste any more of your time, and I don't believe you have any more time to waste, so I'm going to get back to my work, and I'll keep my ear to the ground.
Thank you for the second chance.
Thank you.
Indeed.
We won't let you down.
I pray there won't be a need for a third.
I think if we fail again, we probably won't be coming back.
He hands it to you guys, shakes your hands individually, those of you that will, and he heads back off, presumably to his office. Diane waits until he leaves
He
the
had
room.
a more private area.
Diane,
What a butthole.
his office is not large enough for everybody. He opens up, or Diane opens up her ledger and starts taking down notes as she begins walking away. Whenever you're ready to leave, then just see to the Platinum Watch guards at the front. They will escort you out. Thank you very much for your interest in continuing to help us, and hopefully you can solve this Harproth issue for us as well.
We'll make sure to look into it when we get there.
While you're at the Dragging Dagger, you might want to ask Journey. You may want to ask Journey there about the bulletin. It has all the information that you'll need regarding it, beyond what we already gave you.
Quintus will nod and he'll turn to go to leave.
Yeah.
Let's go find Fenny.
I'm
Let's
out of
go.
Fuck that.
All right.
Grr.
Goes to find Platinum Watch boys to get escorted out.
You guys go
And
out.
then ditches him and runs to the palace. I'm
Oh shit!
They greet you. They see you out to the gates. They're very respectful with a lot of you. They don't seem like they're rushing you. But they also don't try to make any kind of conversation. They see you out, and you guys return to the common grounds of the city.
The whole time I'm like squinting at Aristo's bag because I don't know
Aristo,
what
how
it
you like
is.
them? You liked some about your bag?
Oh, that? Yeah, I suppose I did.
How come?
Well, it's quite. Can you keep a secret?
Oh, I could.
Will you, though?
I'm
the thing.
I'm fucking furious. Anyway, go moving on. Yep. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, normally I'm really, really good at keeping secrets. Yep.
Poor Lexi.
Except I have a really shitty role player playing me, but whatever.
Hey, don't worry.
You shouldn't have to keep those type of things a secret.
I mean, you never know.
When did you
Magic
get that bag?
items. A while back, I suppose.
No, you didn't.
I'll be back. You guys have fun.
Kitty! Kitty, it's getting juicy!
Oh, you can stay. I'm not going far.
Kitty! when he got it, I was like looking at him, but I didn't notice that he took it because it's been like revealed that it's a lie. Am I like remembering it? Like
I think he rolled really good whenever he was hiding at that time.
I know.
He
I'm
looked
just
into
double
the
checking.
chest, and I don't believe anybody else saw the bag. Though you would
No.
you would know him well enough to know he didn't have a bag, and then looked in the chest
Yeah.
and then had a bag. And
That's what I'm
it's
double
like,
checking.
Like those things are like the size of like those bags that I take to SoccerCon to put all my stuff in when we're at them.
Yeah.
It's like
whoa!
They're big. They're quite big. Like
Little satchel.
Like yeah, it's a big old strap around the body bag. So you would very much be able to be like, oh yeah, that just materialized, didn't it?
You didn't have it before we were fighting the armor thing.
Yes, I suppose I did find it in that dungeon.
You
Why
found
didn't
the
you tell
thing
us
and you
about it?
didn't tell us about it? Oh, no, thanks, Fogan. We're on the same page.
Yes, well, we were... If I'm being honest, I had just met you. I didn't know you very well yet. And I didn't know how long we'd be sticking together. I perhaps have a few trust issues. And something like this could be extremely useful for my
What's kind of
goals.
selfish and mean?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I'm not pretending to be a good person, Lexi. But that's what I did. And I apologize.
Well, it's
I
out there now.
probably should have mentioned it when I found it.
Okay.
It's out there now. What exactly does it do?
Yes, please tell us.
Oh, when you ask what it does, he kind of gets a devilish grin, like, oh, you're gonna like this. Just like open up. If you like open up a bag like this, what does it look like on the inside?
I imagine it looks like we could say it looks like a hole, or we'll say it effectively looks like a hole.
I just open it up and like reveal it to the group.
I trip and fall.
It's big enough.
Good fade.
I don't get it.
It's what is known as a bag of holding. It may appear to just be a small bag, but it can actually carry a considerable amount.
And you've been having me hold the tent the whole time?
Bit of a dick move there, Aristo.
Yeah, you keep doing mean stuff.
What do you mean keep doing?
You're just listing
Off
off a
in the
bunch of mean
distance here,
stuff.
you wanted that tent!
I listed one thing, Lexi.
The thing is the bag. You've done multiple mean things with the bag.
I think it all kind of falls under the
Wait.
umbrella of dick moves. So
Steps
it really
up to
just
a-
counts as one.
Steps up to Aristo, looks him right in the eye, because they're the two tallest people. Can I put the tent in the bag?
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
Well, that's all you had to say, Aristo. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's all you have to do.
He's gonna like put his backpack down and like take out the large fucking rolled up tent and just watch it disappear into the hole.
When you say like that's all he had to say, he looks a little sad. It's like, I mean, I know you're right. Let's just say I didn't I haven't been around a lot of people who are deserving of trust in my life.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. He like puts his arm in to try to like get it back.
If you try to reach in and take the tent back, you would immediately get it.
Whoa!
Oh,
Puts it back in.
I
Magic is
will know
awesome.
if you look inside of it, I'd say that you'd like see that it's like somewhat bottomless, but there is material inside to grab onto. Otherwise, how could one turn it inside out?
Yeah.
But
Grab it from the outside and push up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's just like magic is awesome.
I would be careful when doing things like that. Near as I can tell, there's no air in there.
Oh.
Little do you know that there is, in fact, up to 10 minutes of air in there.
I know, right?
We recently found that out.
Oh, really?
In the other game, we did a whole thing with a bag of holding.
I didn't know that.
And it worked out.
Was fantastic.
There is 10 minutes of air inside the bag, divided by the number of creatures inside, minimum 1 minute.
Does it refill with air if you have it like the lid open, or?
I don't know if closing it matters. I think that air probably doesn't keep getting in, otherwise you'd have an odd situation. I'd say once you're in, you could breathe for the amount of time, and you have that amount of air until you get out of the bag. But yeah, you can totally store people in the bag. Fucking, we did
Hold on.
Cool.
Hold on, there's no air in here? Let me see. Put that in.
Put that in, yeah.
That fact is why the last Tomb of fucking Annihilation is titled The Best Plan Ever.
Oh my god.
Just like half of him's inside the thing. He's just like flailing his arms.
I'm gonna attempt to pull him out.
Ugh,
Freaking out.
there's a bit of air in there.
Are you okay?
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, it was cool.
Oh. Interesting.
This is a neat bag. I'm gonna give you my tent.
Actually, he's gonna take off the bag and like just put it on the ground in the center of the group. I think someone else should take it.
Head
Just
tilt?
I don't want there to be any hard feelings.
If
If
you-
someone else would like to hold on to it,
Takes
I
bag.
understand.
Good.
And Vogan has the bag.
Vogan!
Hooray!
Vogan, the tent is in the party inventory.
If you want to put something in the
Yeah,
bag
but I
of
gotta get
holding, you guys only have one. Just put on location. Just put bag of holding in your own inventory.
Oh, okay.
And
Mm.
I'll take
if we need to move things around, we can. But if we start doing too much with that, then it's gonna be weird.
All right, I'll take it back and just put bag of holding on it then.
I will throw this. Where are you?
Should I take off the
What are you trying to do there, Spence? You keep making absent items.
No, there we go.
I was trying to make a slot for bag of holding,
Oh.
but yeah, and it was giving me like an error message, like, but
Oh no.
now it's bad.
Yeah, if for some reason, I think it's one of the extensions we have. If you make a new item that isn't an item, then it gives an error message. But bam!
Guys, I got back 20 of my carrying capacity.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
Hooray! I was about to say something contradicting what just happened, so never mind, Arista.
Do you forgive me? I'm sorry.
Who's that aimed at?
Everybody.
Silence.
I hold no grudge. I mean,
Fully and immediately puts hand on shoulder.
I really appreciate that, Quintus.
I simply hope you haven't lied to us further. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet smile.
Vogan chuckles a little bit.
Yep.
I just like elbow Vogan in the ribs.
Ow!
Do I notice this?
No,
Kidding.
this was just- That's a weird social interaction.
Suspicious as shit.
Everyone has their secrets.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
All right.
I am afraid of centipedes.
Well, they're scary.
I've not like deathly afraid, but if it's in front of me and it's there, I would rather someone else deal with it.
What are you afraid of?
Centipedes.
Really?
Mm.
They're pretty
I-
scary. They have a lot of legs.
I
get
could fight. I could if there was ever a reason to have to move I would, but I don't want
they're-
near it.
But they're filled with protein.
Oh.
I mean, I'm
Well,
fine
depends on
eating a
animal.
centipeede. I'm kidding.
I can sadly confirm what Vogan says.
Well, when you're on the trails, sometimes you have to make decisions and eat a few bugs.
Mm-hmm.
I would
I'm learning
probably
very-
give you guys the centipedes if that happened.
I'm learning quite a bit about everyone right now.
I literally just came up with this on the top of my... I'm kidding. I'm going to write that down in my notes now. Afraid of centipedes. That's in my flaws.
Perfect.
All right.
Where
did Miriam go?
Yeah. Where'd you go, boy?
He
The
said be
sugar
right
store.
back.
He said it was just outside the gates. I'm gonna go look for that.
You said you weren't going that far, Kitty! You promised me!
He said it was just by the gate. We're at the gate. So yeah, come on.
As you look around and you find relatively quickly, it wouldn't be terribly hard, especially if you asked a guard, like, hey, where's the Gilded Edge? You would pretty quickly find a, what outwardly describes itself as a jewelry store, but when you go in, you see this place has been set up to look very expensive. There's a lot of glass cases, a lot of what looks like gold detailing on the walls and on cabinets and whatnot that you immediately assume might not be actual gold. You see there's a lot of jewelry, most of it's silver, a good deal of gold, and in the glass cabinets and whatnot, there are what look like reinforced glass ones that have like iron bars in the panes of glass, but you can still see through them, where you see lines of different jewels and whatnot in cabinets with large locks on them. And you see there's a woman in this place who looks like she spends a lot of time caring for her appearance. She has very poofy hair that is held up in a bun. It is unnaturally white. She has ridiculous amounts of makeup on, a lot of fur on, and is just leaning over the counter as you come in.
Good afternoon.
I'm gonna immediately... Could you roll me a charisma check?
Oh no.
Yep.
Shit.
By the way, are you all catching up with Miriam, or is this Miriam in the meantime?
I would have left a little bit ago,
Yeah,
but
so
I can
That's
catch up
true.
whenever they want.
Mhm.
We'll go catch up with him, but he's got this for a bit, I think.
He's got a lead on us.
+1 for Jack of all trades. Charisma.
Okay. She takes a second to look you up and down. You're not unused to this. When you say that, she's like, hello. May I help you, Purple Man?
I hope you can. Mr. Beaumont sent me over. He said that you are the person to see when dealing with gemstones in the
perks
city.
up immediately. You know Edrigan Beaumont.
Yes, absolutely. I've been doing some work with him recently.
And why does that bring you here then?
I've come into possession of some gems. I've been looking to find someone to take them off my hands. I won't be in the city long. We have some more business to deal with, but he gave you a glowing review when I last spoke with him.
She puts her hand on her chest. Oh, Mr. Beaumont shouldn't have. But I suppose that's only natural. So then, you would like to sell some gemstones to me. I take it you're an adventurer then.
I do some adventure work, yes.
It's very rare for somebody to come in here and try to sell anything to us, unless they got it from a raid or some bandit. I'll cut to the chase then. What do you want to sell?
Stuff I got in a raid from some bandit.
I'm gonna head over to the counter and I'll put them down by one. I've got
So, for the sake of not lingering too much on every single gem that you have,
what do we got? Like 8 gems, 9 gems?
She is interested in all of them. You have 4-star rose quartz, a sardonyx, a quartz, an onyx, a jasper, a carnelian, a bloodstone. I believe those are what you have. Yep. She's interested in buying them. The problem is for how much is what this is going to come down to, and it's not so much a roleplay thing as much as it's I basically need just a check to determine what she's willing to go up to.
Mm-hmm.
She is willing to pay baseline for 30% of what their regular value is, unless you want to try to, depending on a charisma check.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You roll 5%.
He
mentioned
told me that
you mentioned Edrigan. If you were alone, I probably would have given you disadvantage because you're a tiefling.
because of what I am. Yep.
And she's a bit hoity-toity. But you also mentioned Edrigan, so you're in her good books. So flat roll.
Alrighty. Charisma. Boop.
We're gonna do 10 plus whatever I roll here. All right, that's what you gotta beat.
All right, rolling it.
Oh, you!
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Roll me 4d10.
4d10. Boop. Oh, heck. 4. There we go.
Another 30.
Hell yeah.
If you're willing to sell to her, just to again expedite this whole particular thing, this woman is willing to pay you up to 60% the regular value of all the items.
Sounds perfect. Miriam isn't super a stickler for exactly getting his money worth here.
All right, I'm gonna throw.
That's more than he would expect.
Gonna throw those all. What do you hold to move an entire? Is it shift to move an
Shift or
entire?
control? I can't remember.
It's shift. Yeah,
I think
shift.
it's shift.
Shift to move an entire stack. Cool. I'm gonna throw those in, and Zircon, Onyx. She seems happy about buying them. She does give off an energy like, ah, yes, more gems, cool. Spending our money on gems, neat. She seems very much. You get the impression she's buying these from you because you're a friend of Edrigan, so she wants to make whatever connection this is supposed to be. The total amount you get from that is 330 gold.
330? Okay.
Nice.
Which is in the party sheet. You could take that if you want to. I am so happy that I'm getting a use for the goddamn percentage thing. I remembered recently it was there, and the conversion thing that Fantasy Grounds has automatically is great for just selling art objects.
I actually can't take GP off of the...
Just throw 330 into your inventory. I'll take it out of the party inventory. Bam.
350. All right.
You can remember you can just type 330 into modifier and drag it onto your gold, and it'll add automatically.
Right.
Yeah, cool. You do that. Eventually, you guys, the rest of you,
geez,
walk
I'm
in
not
as
alone.
he's concluding his business there. She doesn't have a lot to really say to you beyond just like telling you to come again, so as to pass a good word on for her if you see Edrigan.
I haven't had... if you could do one thing for me, I don't know even if you could. This is a bit of an ask. Do you have a star ruby or a shard of one around?
I am going to do that. Roll me persuasion, please. I'm gonna roll a soft DC back against you. Okay. As you ask that, she hesitates for a moment, not seemingly like she's wondering how to answer. Like, she clearly immediately knows the answer. She just stops for a moment and goes, "Why?"
I haven't seen one in quite some time, and I wanted to just take a look at one.
Just take a look at one? Well, if you just want to have a look at one, she references over to one of the glass cases that have iron bars, like, inside the glass. You notice that among several other gems that are in there, there is a star ruby. What you know to be a very valuable gem is on the other side of that cabinet.
Is it possible I could handle it for a moment?
She narrows her eyes at you. That is a very...
Around this time, we all come in like, hey, kitty! I'm kidding.
I would definitely pass on to Adrian. You were very tolerant of my idiosyncrasies.
Roll persuasion again. We'll count that as an advantage to the last roll.
I believe in you, kitty. Yeah!
Nice.
She retrieves a key from underneath the desk, walks over to the cabinet, unlocks it, slides some part of a locking mechanism that beyond just the key lock part of it, and she opens it, and very cautiously she takes out a piece of cloth, grabs the star ruby with it, and then walks over and effectively presents it to you on top of a cloth as if it was some
I touch it with one finger. Does anything happen?
Yes. As you touch it, the same reaction comes from it that you that came from the other star ruby. As you touch it, the ruby starts to glow lightly, as if small bits of starlight were building up inside of the ruby, just like the one that you're obviously thinking about.
Yeah.
And she, for a second, is like, what are you? How are you doing that?
I don't know.
How did you know that you could do that?
I had one up until a week or so back. Well, a piece of one. I just wanted to see if it was just that one or if this is a thing I do with all of them.
And you just have some supernatural ability to touch star rubies and to have them... Did you do something to it? What have you done to it?
No, nothing at all. If you'd like to inspect it and make sure I haven't... I know how that could look with my unfortunate disposition.
She, instead of returning it to the shelf, she wraps it up in a cloth. You guys come in around this time, by the way, find the place in entering. She looks to the others that enter the shop, looks to you. I mean no disrespect, but I believe that I will have somebody take a look at this.
Of course. Yes, I assure you, you'll find nothing wrong. If you ever need for us, we should be in for the next few days before business has us out of town. You could find us at the Dragging Dagger whenever you'd like.
Ah,
She
mingling.
She nods and she, again, wraps it up, puts the star ruby, what looks like just in a lockbox near the front that she pulls out from under her desk, closes it, locks it, puts it back under. Is there anything I can do for the lot of you?
Just looks over at Miriam, see how
Hi,
he looks, see
Miriam.
everything go good. Like
Yes, I think that's our business concluded. Thank you for dealing with my strangeness. We won't keep you too long.
Any friend of Edrigan is a friend of mine.
It's Vorticia, right?
That is correct.
I'll definitely make sure to remember that and pass that to the right people.
Ah, the jeweler.
Yes, my name is Vorticia Crandathan.
Excuse me, Vorticia, can you... do you just sell gems, or do you do things with them?
Well, I have services that could make them if you want them made. May I
don't
ask
need anything
your
made.
name? She like...
My name is Quintus Valorbilt of House Valorbilt.
Oh. You're a knight from the land away, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And I recently came into a gym of sorts. He just kind of looks back toward Lexi and Fenris. And I wanted to know if I could make a trinket with it, if possible. Something that I could wear proudly.
Oh, that's mushy. That's so mushy.
He pulls out the moonstone.
Well, depending on what you want done with it, certainly. It's of a large enough cut that I could make it into... What do you want it made into specifically?
Either potentially a ring or a necklace of sort or something of that nature. Heck, even an earring would be something.
Well, I would need the materials. So depending on if you want, what would you like it to be made of? Would like silver or gold?
He looks to his armor. Silver would probably be preferable.
Okay.
I just also would need to know the price of something like this.
Since you're supplying the gem, if you want something like that to be made, and you're not supplying the materials for it, then I believe I could have that made for you for around 10 gold. If you want it to be made well.
Certainly, I would love for it to be made well. He pulls out 10 gold.
May I ask what you would like this ring for? Is there somebody special in your life?
This will be for me.
Well, I'd say that you're somebody special. She...
I'm not.
As soon as she saw Quintus, Miriam, you noticed that her disposition changed entirely.
I'm sure this is not something I'm unused to.
Oh no!
not a bad thing. I mean, it's a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's quite bad. It's a gross racist.
That's
thing.
standard bad for Miriam. He's like,
Oh.
That's fair.
The pains of being a tiefling in a setting where the DM's running you like you're a tiefling.
like you're an
How
actual
dare
team.
you.
And not a
He'll
ball
play-
of hugs.
He'll place down the 10 gold, and he'll put down one extra one as well, as he's just like, when can I expect this?
I think I should be done of it within a couple of days. I'll send it off to the person that I get to do my actual crafting.
Well, of course. Well,
Are
thank
you
you
go-
very much. If I do not come here to retrieve it immediately, could I ask that you hold it? Again, just motioning to the other gold that he put down.
Certainly.
Thank you very much. I will get down to 8 gold. As he does that, he's just going to go over toward Kitty and just pat him on the shoulder like, yay, we done?
Yes, I think that's our business concluded.
A lot of you seem to have a very keen interest in gemstones. He certainly came in with a lot of them.
Yes, we lifted them off of some unfortunate gnolls who happened to be in our way.
She
We're a bit of the adventuring types.
she meets eyes with Quintus and just establishes eye contact.
If you get more of them, maybe we could discuss in the future more of a long-term business venture.
Of course.
I'd like to speak at length with a knight. I've never had the chance to.
Get her.
Get her.
That is like the most not wife.
You're right. Yeah.
He just gives her a smile, and he goes, "If you ever need for me, then please go to what's the name of the guild?
The Dragon Dagger.
If you ever have need for me, then please send message to the Dragging Dagger, looking for the highest standard, or just Quintus."
She gives an affirming nod, and if you guys have any more business, you can see to it. Otherwise, apart from her continued attempts to be a gold digger, she doesn't really have a lot else to say.
He will make its way out with Kitty.
The rest of you pick up on that pretty quickly, that as soon as a handsome man saying they were a knight walked in, this woman was just like, "Oh, really? Hello, future husband."
That's
I'm
so
not even in the
weird.
place.
Yeah.
Just standing outside like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
I don't get it.
Shiny
Alright.
things like
Is
So-
there a way I could get? Oh, never mind.
No, what do you need?
I was gonna see if I could get holy water because I was looking and I was like, huh. For a cleric, I don't
Leave
have
yourself a
that.
note. I was actually going to say at this point, with that, I believe we should probably wrap up. The timer went off a while ago. So next time, you guys should think about any provisions that you want to pick up before you head out.
Definitely.
You have to check in at the Dragon Dagger to get details on things as well as your money. Yeah, the total travel time, based on like a map that Diane would have brought in with the carriage, it's about 4 or 5 days to 4 or 5 days back, and then whatever happens in Harproth, however long that takes you. So you guys get the sense you're committing to like at least a couple of weeks of travel to get
just to
Kyber.
get it out of the way so we don't have to do it next session, everyone add 55 gold to your sheets and I'll remove 275 from mine.
Bam.
55 gold?
So keep in mind what you're doing, keep in mind what you'd like to get next time, and I believe that we're going to stop there for the day.
How
dare you.
So
I have to wait a whole week to play again.
So by the way, you had said we came in around the time they were ending their conversation, right?
Yeah.
So, just as they leave, just like looks over at Kitty and just like kind of gives like a very just like a kind of a warm, friendly smile to him. It's like, I'm not gonna go for that girl. Don't worry.
All right.
Also, roleplay wise for next time, if Vogan's outside, then I also want to be outside.
Roger.
Oh, shit.
Next time we are leaving off, it is 8 p.m. On the day that you guys are leaving off. It doesn't really matter all that much. I'll remind you guys next game. And beyond that, it's heckin' game.
We did.
Happy Saturday.
We
lot
did
of,
it!
lot of finding out what to do next today. And getting
He does
angry
have some
at-
standards when it comes to wife. Yes, that standard is Kitty is a package.
Right?
Aw,
What a package.
that's adorable.
That is, you need to understand that Kitty is my life.
The kitty stays.
Aw.
Adorable. Let's get rid of that. Let's get ready to put up the thing. Hi, Chad. How you guys doing?
Hi,
So,
Chad.
I'm trying not to push us too far beyond, like, overtime these days.
I didn't before, but now that I've seen Diane, I love her, so she's evil.
So she's what?
I love her, so she's evil.
Also, have you heard her name? Diane?
To be fair, if I was I'm not a very suspicious person, but there's only one other common like occurrence between all these things, and she's one of them.
Oh.
She can also write in other people's handwriting.
Yeah.
And she has an eidetic memory.
But
I'm way
if
into
she
that.
had intended to write in Aristo's handwriting, then she would have, but she wrote in her own. Heckin', or what she imagined Aristo's
but she also
to be.
perfectly fucking
Totally, whatever she was given for her.
And she perfectly fucking like recreated that signature.
Well, she made the signature to begin with. Again,
Oh, I thought it was the
fake Aristo
signature that
dictated
was
the
fake
whole thing
Aristo's.
and said to sign it from the highest standard, to which she was like, and so I did. I signed it from the highest standard.
Ah, okay. So like fake Aristo didn't
The
sign
Aristo
it.
that came in didn't write anything. He was just like,
Gotcha.
take this down for me.
Gotcha. I misinterpreted. I thought he at least wrote the signature.
Yeah, that's why I said there's like a little
Same.
fox there or whatever.
Heckin'. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
I hope a breeze doesn't pass by, Diane.
Yeah, that bitch don't like underwear.
I hope a breeze passes by, Diane.
I cast Gust of Wind.
Thaumaturgy.
No, thaumaturgy
Oh,
is too
no.
brief. I cast Gust of Wind. It can move ships.
You say it out loud. I cast
It can
gust
move
of
ships.
wind like at her face.
It
Gust
can
of
move
wind.
ships and set this one a sail.
Bam.
My God.
Cast wind wall.
Jesus Christ.
I cast
Or
mage hand.
what's the Xanathar's got one? Wind Vortex?
Yeah.
Like a minute long, just a hurricane, basically.
Y'all are nasty as
I cast
I
mage
I mean, I want to
hand.
hold hands and dance and smooch too, but you know.
Get out of here.
All right, so for those,
know.
we hit the goal. So I am going to release the Pact of the Idolos stuff. I'm going to look into releasing it through the Dungeon Masters Guild, so it's going to probably be a couple days before I get it out there. But at the very least, if within the week, I'm going to get it onto the Discord. I just want to take this chance to also look into the Dungeon Masters Guild stuff.
I hope it doesn't cost money to host stuff on there.
I doubt it does, considering
I doubt it does too.
I'm pretty
but-
sure they just take a small cut of sales.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Noting to everybody, the stuff that is being put out there, reminder, it is to be considered in playtesting right now. Like, it is... We haven't seen the Pact of the Idolos stuff or the Way of Blue Metal stuff function at higher levels, so if you go for anything we do, remember it is subject to change. But I hope not. Also, Dueler! I don't know if you're still out there. Thank you for being you and
Mwah.
showing up and being like, oh, there's $490 left in the donation bar. Done.
Jeez.
Dueler, thank you for being Dueler.
Also, thank you for becoming a patron recently, Dueler.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What a wonderful, supportive boy.
Yeah.
True.
Also, thank you for donating your kidney to my father, which you probably did.
Probably.
You're just too giving.
Also, thanks for not like ordering hits on all of us, because obviously you can.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was fun. I think we were due for a more talky game at this point.
After all the fucking
Knolls.
dungeon knolls and
Stupid
whatnot.
Noel bullshit.
Goddamn no.
Stupid zombie bullshit.
Stupid nose.
Phoenix deer.
Fucking Phoenix deer.
Snorkus.
Hey, they tasted pretty
Phoenix
good.
Snorkus, our arch nemesis.
Those Phoenix deer tasted pretty fucking good.
Apparently.
Freaking, I peaked in comedy. My deer bird is the best I'll ever get.
My dear bird.
Carrie,
You'll never do better.
Make sure you dedicate to memory if you're interested in this Esper thing. Don't forget about that. Dueler just gave another $94, so the Kitsodria will also be released at some point in the near future.
Woo!
Oh, gosh. I'll do the credits one more time, and then we're out of here. You have 400 and... Is that 25? You have 425,000 health as the bit boss right now. Dueler.
Oh,
That is.
When you
Insane.
choose not
I
to
reset it at the
ever
start
be
of
challenged.
I restarted at the start of every month, and it took him. He didn't get beaten at all last month at any point. He was just the bit boss for the whole month, and then one day goes by, and then he's
Good to know that will forever not change this month as well.
he's like a super boss, man. He's like the emerald weapon of this stream.
He's like the actual boss. Like you have a decoy villain for most of a campaign. You're like, oh yeah, and then you like walk in there and be like, we're here to defeat you, and then they just explode, and there's some dude you've never fucking seen before, like in a chair behind them, like, come to die, have you?
Oh jeez. It's fucking
Dueler is controlling Murkwire
Oh no.
from the shadows.
Dueler. You mean Tiamat?
Heckin' Edrigan is far too tolerant.
Yeah.
He is a force for good. Oh, not only will I try and trust you, but I'm also gonna give you money for the thing you didn't do.
I would not have accepted if I was there by myself.
He
It's no longer a completable quest, that's for sure.
Edrigan wants to believe in people. His whole platform is, hey, you know how we have half-elves and such living in a different district in the city? Let's stop doing that.
That kind of sucks. If
It
you
does.
didn't know.
You guys think that might be a little racist?
One more time.
Nah.
Why, who lives there? Elves? Fucking half-elves? Any hobgoblins? No? Yeah, they should all be there. I'm fine with them being there.
I'm not racist. I have an elf. I'm talking to an elf right now.
And though it never
She's
came
quirky and not like the other elves.
Though it never came up, Diane is also a half-elf, although I'm sure the ears made that apparent.
Yeah.
It's usually they're full elf or half elf, so.
It would be very hard to find a full elf running a proper business at that level in the city.
I didn't think they could put other people into trances.
Half elves can't trance, can they?
No.
Oh, jeez. Now you must save fucking Kyverium.
Vulcan and his
They get the best of both worlds. They get to nap.
That's the reason he can't
So-
let Fenris die.
So just noting,
Okay.
go back to the earlier conversation of people going over to Thursday. There's gonna we're coming back to some pretty neato stuff this Thursday, and then the next Thursday we're gonna have 3 more characters for a campaign.
It's true.
So that's gonna be
If
the next couple of weeks are gonna be interesting. You're gonna fight a necromancer potentially this week.
If there ever was a time that it was appropriate to jump in on a campaign that's over 20 sessions in, the next Tomb game is it. Because you're basically just watching the start of a new campaign with new characters that just happens to start in the middle of a dungeon. The oldest
Pretty
character,
much.
the longest surviving character. So sorry for spoilers to anybody that hasn't watched it, by the way, yet, but you know how this goes. Fucking the longest surviving character in Tomb currently is 2 sessions old. So
Wow!
No. Veloci's technically alive.
that's true. You're right. All right. We're gonna end the recordings, guys. Next week, the donation goal will be set to previews for UEW or Bleach, just so you know. Apart from the sub goal, which will stay as the Way of Blue Metal one. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Party time!
Bye.
We raise anybody?